Reiji witnessed a brutal massacre inside the mine. Shock overwhelmed Reiji until the girl calmly offered her hand. Determination gradually replaced fear as Reiji realized following the girl was the only choice he would never regret. Even with that decision, hesitation held Reiji back while the girl quietly walked farther into the tunnel. Moments later, the girl happily discovered a skill orb, giving both of them hope for a better future. Reiji and Lark worked in the 6th mine, where slave children collected skill orbs to satisfy the daily quota. Afterward, Reiji realized Lark had disappeared, leading him toward the narrow tunnel reserved for the 2 children. Uneasiness grew as Reiji searched the passage, but Lark answered neither his calls nor his footsteps. Moments later, Reiji finally found Lark and hurried closer after sensing something was wrong. Lark scolded Reiji for following her, then calmed him before they continued exploring together. Reiji examined the skill orb while Lark explained that higher star orbs were far rarer than those usually found inside the foxhole. Surprise crossed Reiji's face after Lark revealed the orb she discovered might actually possess 3 stars. Excitement grew when Lark secretly showed the glowing orb, leaving Reiji convinced it contained 4 brilliant stars. Smiling calmly, Lark explained Reiji had mistaken its true value because the orb displayed even more stars. Finally, Lark revealed the skill orb possessed an extraordinary 6-star rating, astonishing Reiji beyond expectation. Lark called Reiji to wash up after work while he explained the recent tremors spreading through the mine. During dinner, the slaves celebrated Lark's achievement, praising her remarkable 6-star skill orb and upcoming freedom. Happiness filled Lark as everyone congratulated her, while news of the extraordinary skill orb quickly spread across the settlement. Several workers encouraged Reiji to grow stronger, because Lark would soon leave the mine as a free person. Lark questioned whether the valuable skill orb deserved to free only herself instead of rewarding both of them. Believing fairness mattered most, Lark insisted the 6-star skill orb should belong to both of them, instead of herself alone. Curiosity filled Reiji's mind as he imagined the extraordinary power hidden inside such a rare skill orb, despite their slave contract. Determined to protect their future, Lark proposed hiding the valuable skill orb until they could safely leave the mine together. Later, the pair carried a meal through the settlement to visit an elderly miner living apart from the others. Quietly, Reiji accompanied Lark into the old man's home. Later that evening, Reiji and Lark visited Elderhinger, hoping his knowledge could explain the mysterious 6-star skill orb. Patiently, Elderhinger described how every person possessed 8 skill slots that determined which abilities they could equip. Listening carefully, Lark realized her current skills still left 6 empty slots available for future growth. Afterward, Elderhinger explained 6-star skills were priceless treasures reserved for the kingdom's strongest warriors. Curiosity filled Reiji as he wondered whether anyone could truly qualify. Elderhinger revealed that legendary overlimit skill orbs existed before they left. Elderhinger sensed danger approaching and urged Reiji and Lark to return home immediately. That night, Lark visited Reiji, expressing how deeply she treasured having him by her side. Gently, Lark stroked Reiji's hair, assuring him his black hair and eyes were precious to her. Sadly, Reiji recalled being sold into slavery because others believed his black hair and eyes brought misfortune. Night passed peacefully as Reiji wished Lark goodnight before both children fell asleep inside their shared room. Morning arrived, but Lark had already left, leaving Reiji surprised when he found her bed empty. Soon afterward, Reiji joined the daily assembly where every slave gathered under strict supervision. Confusion spread through the crowd after Reiji noticed far more soldiers guarding the mine than usual. Finally, everyone knelt as a visiting duke prepared to address the assembled slaves with an important announcement. The visiting duke openly insulted the slaves, complaining their presence and smell disgusted him before the gathered crowd. Although offended, Reiji remained calm, because the slave contract suppressed any anger he felt. Soon afterward, the duke demanded the recently discovered 6-star skill orb for official inspection. Without hesitation, the noble admired the priceless treasure before claiming it for the kingdom. Finally, the duke summoned Lark, promising freedom after confirming she discovered the orb. A guard suddenly ordered Reiji to stand, making him believe the summons was meant for Lark instead. Confusion spread as Reiji insisted he had not discovered the 6-star skill orb and pointed toward Lark. Unexpectedly, the duke panicked after noticing Reiji's black hair, calling it a sign of terrible misfortune. Ignoring every objection, the terrified duke ordered the soldiers to execute Reiji immediately. Silence filled the crowd as the guards hesitated, forcing the furious duke to threaten carrying out the execution himself. Reiji questioned why he faced execution while Lark rushed to shield him from the duke. Furious, the duke condemned Lark for protecting Reiji, refusing to spare the black-haired boy. Suddenly, violent tremors shook the mine, forcing everyone to stop as rocks crashed above. Panic spread through the crowd when an enormous boulder struck the assembly. Meanwhile, Reiji watched as slaves screamed and fled while their chains shattered. Reiji's painful memories flooded back, leaving him overwhelmed by years of loneliness, fear, and suffering. Childhood abuse resurfaced as Reiji remembered constant cruelty from his brothers, while his parents ignored his pain. Eventually, Reiji recalled selling himself into slavery after his family rejected him because of his black hair and eyes. Reiji questioned the strange food the slaves had eaten throughout their lives. Finally, both children realized the slave contract had deceived them into consuming rotten food without noticing. Reiji realized the slave contract disappeared because the Duke died beneath the falling boulder. Freed at last, the former slaves immediately fought back against the guards surrounding the mine. Meanwhile, a miner encouraged Reiji to grow stronger as chaos spread everywhere. Enraged, the mine chief ordered soldiers to crush the rebellion, but Lark reclaimed the 6-star skill orb. Immediately, Lark activated the skill orb and rushed forward to protect Reiji. Lark awakened the 6-star skill, Shadow King, surrounding herself with overwhelming power that astonished everyone nearby. Alarmed soldiers abandoned the other slaves and focused entirely on capturing Lark before losing the precious skill orb. Dark blades swept across the battlefield, defeating numerous enemies while Reiji watched the incredible display in shock. After the battle, Lark invited Reiji to escape the mine and see the outside world together. Instead, Lark quietly said goodbye, believing Reiji would eventually leave her behind like everyone else. Lark rushed deeper into the mine while Reiji watched helplessly as other freed slaves battled the remaining guards. Meanwhile, Reiji realized many slaves still belonged to different owners, despite the Duke and mine chief dying. Determination filled Reiji as he rejected living another false life under slavery. Immediately, Reiji decided to search for a skill orb to gain strength and control his own future. Elsewhere, freed workers fought over ordinary skill orbs after their magical contracts finally disappeared. Reiji spotted a rare 4-star skill orb and hurried toward it, believing it could change his future. Suddenly, the cafeteria lady claimed the orb first, surprising everyone nearby with unexpected magical talent. Without hesitation, she unleashed powerful magic that scattered greedy attackers and protected herself. Meanwhile, Reiji admired the orb's strength before searching desperately for another opportunity. Eventually, the shelves were emptied, leaving Reiji disappointed as every valuable skill orb had already vanished. Reiji prayed for at least a 1-star skill, hoping his fate would finally improve. Instead, a legendary 10-star world ruler skill orb appeared, astonishing everyone nearby. However, Reiji feared the powerful orb was useless because ordinary people could not use it. Soon, forgotten memories returned, revealing he remembered his previous life and unique origin. Then Reiji realized his reincarnation granted 16 skill slots, allowing him to wield the forbidden power. After obtaining the 10-star world ruler skill, Reiji felt its overwhelming power flowing through him. Excitement grew as he discovered the ability allowed him to understand everything before his eyes, surrounded by mysterious symbols. Reiji recognized World Ruler as a power beyond ordinary skills. With his new knowledge, he examined nearby people and the environment before running toward his goal. Reaching the elderly prisoner, Reiji realized Elder Hinger had survived and urged him to escape together. Examining Elder Hinger's condition, Reiji realized the fatal wounds would claim his life within minutes. Despite his suffering, Elder Hinger calmly accepted death while Reiji refused to abandon him. Determined to save the old man, Reiji carried him toward hidden passages leading to a nearer exit. Meanwhile, Elder Hinger warned that escaping together would attract the soldiers' attention and increase the danger. Smiling confidently, Reiji introduced himself by name, leaving the elder surprised by his sudden determination. Observing the battlefield, Reiji realized enemy soldiers still blocked every possible escape route. Determination filled him as he decided to force a path through the overwhelming defenses with careful planning. Instead of giving up, Reiji analyzed every possibility and searched for a weakness in the enemy formation. Meanwhile, Elder Hinger accepted his fate, but Reiji refused to abandon hope before reaching the exit. The old man suggested surrendering, yet Reiji remained committed to saving them both from the mine. Questioning the slave contract, Reiji searched for a way to protect Elder Hinger from punishment. Impressed by Reiji's determination, Elder Hinger proposed one final plan that might succeed. Meanwhile, a desperate woman suddenly seized a hostage, creating chaos among the surrounding guards. Recognizing the opportunity, Reiji demanded the soldiers cast their magic toward another location instead. Taking advantage of the confusion, Reiji quietly restrained the hostage while the woman's attention shifted elsewhere. Following the plan, Reiji guided the woman's actions until the soldiers unleashed a powerful spell. Crashing debris buried the area, creating the escape route Reiji had predicted. Relieved by the successful distraction, Reiji thanked Elder Hinger and quickly helped him continue forward. Meanwhile, World Ruler confirmed the strategy would succeed exactly as Elder Hinger had expected. Despite escaping immediate danger, Reiji learned Elder Hinger had only 4 minutes left before his fatal injuries claimed him. Carrying Elder Hinger outside, Reiji desperately searched for a way to save the only person who had shown him kindness. Sunlight finally reached the old man, allowing him to enjoy the peaceful moment he had long desired, resting beneath a tree. Elder Hinger quietly prepared for his final moments, while Reiji watched anxiously. With only seconds remaining, Elder Hinger revealed he had spent his final prayer asking for Reiji's future happiness. Heartbroken, Reiji realized the Elder's life faded away, despite every effort to keep him alive. Grateful for Elder Hinger's final blessing, Reiji mourned the mentor who had guided him with kindness until the end. Carrying the Elder's wish in his heart, Reiji vowed to survive, find Lark again and honor his mentor's sacrifice. Reiji watched soldiers establish a mine garrison, realizing nearby villages needed protection against frequent monster attacks. Determined to reunite with Lark, he relied on World Ruler's power before leaving the area safely. Elsewhere, Elder Hinger introduced granddaughter Lulsha while sharing his final wish with Reiji solemnly. Weakening Hinger entrusted Reiji with his inheritance and final responsibilities before parting peacefully. Accepting the Sorrow Stone, Reiji continued his journey forward. Reiji realized World Ruler only identified skills whose names were already known. Suddenly, a sharp warning startled him before he exposed the Sorrow Stone. Hidden nearby, Reiji witnessed villagers extracting a skill orb from someone. Recognizing the rare skill Elder Hinger mentioned, he understood an orb theft was happening. Watching carefully, Reiji realized the stolen skill orb could be removed with frightening ease. Reiji accidentally removed the skill orb, leaving him shocked by what had happened. Gradually, he realized World Ruler could copy skills instead of merely identifying them. Excitement grew as Reiji recognized the extraordinary value of the 10-star skill. Curiosity pushed him to test the copied ability through a simple spell. Stretching his hand, Reiji cast wind magic, but nothing happened despite his attempt. Reiji tested copied magic repeatedly, but every attempt ended in failure and confusion. Soon, he realized World Ruler only copied skills witnessed after obtaining the ability. Comparing the copies, Reiji concluded they were weaker, despite requiring no skill slots. Exhaustion overwhelmed him, revealing a major weakness behind the powerful 10-star skill. Suddenly, approaching soldiers heard movement, forcing Reiji to hide quietly behind a fallen tree. Reiji ended his experiments, deciding to continue after recovering more strength and energy. Night fell as he resolved to master World Ruler and prayed Lark remained safe. Gazing upward, Reiji quietly admired the moon and countless stars above. Sleep brought warm memories of Lark gently caring for him like family. Suddenly, a distant explosion awakened Reiji as a flying monster appeared overhead. Reiji hid as a dragon flew above, escaping before it noticed his presence. Watching from afar, he guessed the creature was truly a dragon beyond World Ruler's range. Several days passed as Reiji safely continued, traveling through the forest alone. Following World Ruler's guidance, he avoided danger and located a stream leading towards civilization. Reaching the forest's edge, Reiji realized his slave clothing would attract unwanted attention. Reiji spotted a traveler wearing a long-sleeved shirt that could hide his slave tattoo. Suddenly, the man noticed Reiji despite the distance, revealing exceptional eyesight. Immediately, Reiji copied the vision skill, greatly improving his own eyesight. Testing the ability, he climbed trees and gathered fruit without feeling exhausted. Satisfied, Reiji confirmed World Ruler helped him survive, while identifying safe food. Reiji smelled cooked food, realizing surviving on fruits alone had become increasingly difficult. Hidden nearby, he spotted travelers preparing a meal and struggled to resist his hunger. Seeing roasted meat, Reiji desperately wished he could finally enjoy proper food again. Although tempted, he knew hunger would not immediately threaten his life. Gathering courage, Reiji quietly approached the group, hoping for a peaceful opportunity. Reiji noticed a deadly poisonous snake above the girl, abandoned thoughts of food, and rushed forward to protect her. Reiji spotted a snake hiding above the group and quickly warned everyone before the unseen threat attacked. Moments later, the poisonous snake lunged from the trees, forcing the travelers to react immediately. Dantes grabbed the snake while Reikira protected the frightened girl, stopping the venomous creature before it struck. Reikira approached Reiji with suspicion, wondering how an unknown child had detected the hidden danger. After noticing Reiji's clothing and arm tattoo, the group relaxed slightly. The rescued girl insisted Reiji deserved gratitude because he had saved her life despite the danger. Reikira suspected Reiji was an escaped slave, but the girl defended his brave actions without hesitation. Reiji introduced himself, and the grateful girl warmly shared her appreciation after learning his name. Dante's, Mimino, Non, and Raikira introduced themselves, allowing Reiji to recognize his unexpected companions. Mimino explained their journey to seek a saint whose healing power might cure Non's sick father. Dante's revealed his petrification curse was worsening, explaining why the group desperately sought a miraculous cure. Reiji became surprised after hearing about the rare petrification disease affecting Dante's. Suddenly, Reiji's special skill revealed mysterious plants and minerals that could treat the curse. Non eagerly called Reiji over after realizing the discovered ingredients might become the cure. Grateful for their kindness, Reiji accepted the offered meal while the group welcomed him warmly. Reiji gratefully accepted the meal, enjoying every bite after enduring countless days of hunger. Overwhelmed by kindness, Reiji burst into tears and apologized for losing control of his emotions. Dante's comforted Reiji, encouraging him to forget his suffering and eat without worry. Later, Dante's quietly spoke about Reiji's harsh life, believing the boy had escaped slavery nearby. Finally, Dante's advised Non to remain kind while being careful not to trust strangers too easily. Non refused to abandon Dante's, determined to save the warrior who sacrificed himself protecting his companions. Meanwhile, Non promised to protect Reiji just as firmly, leaving Dante's quietly accepting her resolve. The following morning, Reiji awakened and learned Raikira had collapsed from hunger before Mimino rescued him. Mimino invited Reiji to join their journey despite Raikira's lingering suspicions about the mysterious boy. Non gave Reiji clean clothes, helping him look more presentable for the road ahead. Then Non helped Reiji bathe, but his embarrassment made the unexpected situation awkward for both children. Suddenly, Mimino used magic water, surprising Reiji as she easily cleaned him. Non explained the spell was convenient travel magic, making everyday washing much easier. Although Reiji protested, Non insisted children, their age should not feel embarrassed around each other. Raikira teased them from afar, making Reiji and Non blush before a playful object struck him. Reiji happily tried his new clothes, and Non smiled after seeing they fit him well. Mimino praised Reiji's appearance while the others accepted him as part of their traveling group. Suddenly, Raikira defeated a wild beast with swift movements, proving his remarkable combat ability. Watching the battle, Reiji admired Raikira's strength as Non proudly explained his talent against animals. Meanwhile, Reiji realized Raikira's abilities came from natural beastman traits beyond his copying skill's reach. Raikira urged Mimino to teach Reiji magic, believing the boy needed strength to survive. Mimino agreed to teach Reiji, encouraging him to focus on learning instead of proving himself. Reiji thanked Mimino and Raikira, happily accepting their kindness and guidance. Later, Mimino asked about Reiji's skill, forcing him to hide his reincarnation secret. Finally, Mimino promised to teach flower magic, and assured Reiji anyone could learn basic spells. Mimino demonstrated flower magic, encouraging Reiji to practice with a nearby branch as his first lesson. Carefully following her guidance, Reiji attempted the spell while learning its many practical uses. Unexpectedly, flowers bloomed everywhere, leaving Mimino amazed by Reiji's extraordinary magical talent. Soon afterward, Reiji collapsed from exhaustion after activating the powerful World Ruler skill. Mimino realized Reiji had completely drained his magic power and gently checked on the unconscious boy. Raikira praised Reiji's talent but explained his limited magic power prevented greater growth. Curious to become stronger, Reiji asked whether his magic capacity could increase with time. Mimino described several theories, while Reiji realized his copied skills remained difficult to use effectively. Meanwhile, Reiji discovered Mimino was temporarily away from the church to accompany Dante's. Finally, Mimino revealed an immunity skill only delayed Dante's petrification, leaving the search for a true cure unfinished. Dante's explained skill destruction spared combat abilities while reducing costs, compared with extracting powerful skills. Despite learning many spells, Reiji struggled because his limited magic power prevented him from casting most techniques. Patiently, Mimino encouraged Reiji to keep training while he admitted his physical strength remained insufficient. Instead, Reiji gathered edible mushrooms, surprising the group with his practical knowledge of the forest. Impressed by his resourcefulness, everyone praised Reiji, while Mimino quietly watched him with growing curiosity. Reiji insisted on walking by himself, prompting Mimino to stop treating him too cautiously. Kindly, Mimino explained Dante's petrification was not contagious and encouraged Reiji to relax. After listening carefully, Reiji understood the prejudice faced by humans and those cursed with petrification. Meanwhile, Reiji hoped Lark would also meet compassionate people during her uncertain journey. As the city drew closer, the group began discussing what they should do with Reiji afterward. Reiji revealed his slave mark and black hair often brought hatred, making him fear entering human towns. Sadly, Reiji apologized for becoming a burden to the companions who had shown him kindness. Moved by his words, Non promised to protect Reiji, while Dantes comforted the worried boy. Embarrassed afterward, Mimino tried hiding her tears, drawing playful teasing from Reikira. The group resumed their journey together as the city appeared on the horizon. Reiji's group reached Yuval Mines and waited with travelers outside the capital soon. The Silver Scales party entered the city, while Reiji admired the towering fortress. A guard halted Mimino after noticing her unusual status. The inspection exposed Mimino as a slave, requiring payment of the slave tax. Mimino's father appeared and confronted the unexpected situation before the stunned party. Mimino's father apologized after realizing his bloodlust had frightened everyone. Another companion scolded him, reminding him to think before acting. Meanwhile, Mimino admitted her mistake and accepted responsibility for troubling Reiji. Reiji forgave everyone. Relieved the party had entered the city safely. Later, Reiji relaxed in a hot spring, enjoying another unexpected feature of the new world. While relaxing, Reiji realized the spring relieved fatigue, but could not cure petrification. Outside, his companions stayed away, respecting the bathhouse's separate bathing rules. Soon, approaching footsteps caught Reiji's attention, before Mimino entered unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, two women explained the bath had switched to female bathing time. Embarrassing. Reiji, embarrassed. Mimino reminded Reiji to face someone properly whenever speaking with others. Reiji stayed flustered as the women calmly remained beside him in the hot spring. Lark helped wash Reiji, making him even more embarrassed. Next, another woman offered to wash Reiji's back, deepening his confusion. Unable to endure the awkward moment, Reiji hurried out of the bath. Afterward, the women reminded Reiji to dry himself and drink water before resting. Back at the inn, Reiji described the bath and praised the comfortable accommodation. Dantes explained their travel habits, revealing they saved money to enjoy quality inns. Impressed Reiji thanked Dantes for his kindness and thoughtful care toward everyone. Gradually, Dantes admitted the group had begun understanding Non much better. Finally, Dantes revealed his petrification was likely beyond any possible cure. Dantes admitted his request was selfish, yet cherished the companions supporting his final journey. Gratefully, he promised to protect Reiji with his life, despite their brief acquaintance. Calmly, Dantes revealed those promises were his final wishes before facing his fate. Hearing those words, Reiji quietly listened as Dantes prepared one last heartfelt request. Elsewhere, the scene shifted to Valhalla, where someone reported to the kingdom's ruler. An urgent magical transmission informed the king that Duke Achenbach had suddenly died. Soon, the king entered the communication chamber and demanded the emergency report. Nervously, the duke's son greeted the king before explaining the unexpected incident. Carefully, he reported a cave had struck the sixth mine, causing a devastating disaster. Finally, he revealed the collapsing rubble had killed his father, shocking the king. The king learned a dragon had appeared and seized control of the sixth mine. Immediately, he ordered officials to gather every detail about the monster and similar incidents. Meanwhile, advisors warned the mine was vital to the kingdom's economy and stability. After hearing the reports, the king realized the crisis threatened the entire Commonwealth. Then he ordered magical airships prepared and dispatched adventurers to confront the dragon. The king refused to mobilize the knights, choosing experienced adventurers to hunt the dragon instead. Elsewhere, a ruthless warrior appeared, introducing the dangerous human, who would soon join the conflict. Reiji changes his hairstyle, helping him blend in before visiting the Adventurers Guild. Together, they reach the guild entrance, hoping for registration. Nearby soldiers search escaped mine slaves, making Reiji uneasy. Mimino reassures him, reminding Reiji the silver scales support him. However, the receptionist refuses registration because Reiji's identity cannot be verified. The guard challenges the guild's decision, refusing to let Reiji's case disrupt normal business. Instead, the clerk advises the group to leave the city because Reiji's curse invites trouble. Meanwhile, Mimino requests a border permit, hoping Reiji can travel safely. Unfortunately, the deputy guildmaster handles matters, while the guildmaster remains absent. Finally, the group secures permits and prepares to leave, despite their earlier difficulties. Reiji thanks Mimino, before accepting her invitation to explore the village square together. Meanwhile, Liquera decides to return to the inn after finishing today's business. Later, Reiji asks Dantes to lend him money because he needs several important supplies. Dantes gladly gives Reiji spending money, trusting his judgment without hesitation. Finally, Reiji heads through the marketplace, searching the medicinal stalls for useful items. Reiji shows Mimino a double maple leaf, explaining it with his own unique name. Nearby apothecaries fail to recognize the unusual medicinal plant, leaving Mimino confused. Several townspeople debate its origin, but nobody identifies the herb correctly. Reiji explains the rare ingredient could help cure Dante's, attracting an elder's attention. The elder requests the leaf, confident he can identify the mysterious herb. Then he recognizes Reiji and questions why he carries such an unusual medicinal herb. Soon, the misunderstanding ends. After the elder realizes Reiji is not the traveling halfling apothecary, Mimino explains the confusion, helping Reiji understand the elder's mistaken assumption. Afterward, the elder reveals he possesses the rare herb Reiji needs. Finally, Reiji excitedly identifies the correct ingredient, bringing his search much closer to success. Discovering its origin, the elder explains the rare leaf grows only within the High Elves' Tree of Life forest. Surprised by its value, Reiji buys the precious herb after learning it is extremely rare. Curious about his purpose, the elder apologizes and asks why Reiji needs the unusual ingredient. Meanwhile, Mimino asks to examine the rare leaf again while the group enjoys a meal. Before leaving, Dantes invites Reiji to visit the nearby adventurer training grounds together. Reiji eagerly agrees to visit the adventurer training grounds after finishing the afternoon's plans. Watching the trainees, Reiji becomes interested in observing different combat skills rather than practicing himself. Suddenly, a familiar hooded figure catches Reiji's attention across the training grounds. Recognizing Lycuriere, Reiji and Dantes approach to greet the unexpected visitor. Meanwhile, Lycuriere explains leaving the inn early before everyone continues watching the ongoing training. Reiji carefully watches the training, studying swordsmanship and support magic used by experienced adventurers. Soon, an enhanced hearing skill sharpens Reiji's senses, while he continues observing every technique. Dantes introduces the instructor as Yosef, a respected gold-rank adventurer. Curious about the title, Reiji listens as Dantes explains the adventurer ranking system. Finally, Reiji learns Mimino holds silver rank, while Lycuriere and Non remain bronze rank for now. Dantes explains that only exceptional gold rank adventurers can eventually reach the prestigious platinum rank. Soon Yosef notices Dantes and warmly recognizes his former companion across the training grounds. Their joyful reunion recalls the goblin hunting record they achieved together in the past. Afterward, Yosef invites Dantes to spar, despite his current petrification curse. Then Lycuriere explains that famous adventurers earn special nicknames through remarkable achievements. Curious about adventurer titles, Reiji learns legendary warriors earn famous nicknames through great accomplishments. Nearby, Dantes readies himself for sparring while Reiji observes every movement with interest. Suddenly, Reiji recognizes the running art skill and realizes he possesses the same ability. Patiently, Lycuriere explains the technique enables swift, silent movement, but depends on physical strength. At last, Reiji realizes Lycuriere's stamina, enhanced skill had strengthened his endurance during earlier travels. Unexpectedly, Yosef calls Reiji forward, making the nervous boy fear an unexpected challenge. Smiling confidently, Yosef hands Reiji a sword to observe his natural fighting ability. Although interested, Reiji hesitates because the sudden request catches him completely off guard. Encouraged by Dantes, Reiji accepts the opportunity, despite admitting he lacks combat experience. Gripping the weapon, Reiji quickly realizes the heavy sword exceeds his expectations. Despite using enhanced arm, adopting a kendo stance, Reiji quietly applies his newly learned support magic to strengthen his body. Moments later, Yosef encourages him as sword arts naturally improves Reiji's control over the blade. Realizing the skill's potential, Reiji charges forward with growing confidence toward his opponent. Without hesitation, Reiji unleashes a powerful swing using everything he has learned. Instead, Yosef calmly faces the attack, watching Reiji's unexpected strength with clear surprise. Reiji challenged the muscular instructor, surprising nearby observers with determined attacks despite his smaller stature. Although he landed a solid strike, the effort strained his hand and quickly exhausted his skills. He realized he had almost exposed the special abilities he wanted to keep hidden. After training concluded, he politely thanked the instructor before leaving the practice grounds with respect. Meanwhile, spectators praised Reiji's impressive talent as another youth watched him with growing interest. After the training, Reiji agreed to wait while Lycuriere and the others continued shopping around the town. During dinner, nobody questioned Reiji about his abilities, leaving him grateful for their quiet trust. Feeling uneasy, he regretted hiding the truth and admitted the intense training had exhausted his body. Later that evening, Reiji collapsed onto his bed as countless borrowed skills pushed his limits beyond endurance. Realizing the cause, he concluded his body was carrying more than 50 skill slots at once. Unable to sleep, Reiji reflected on the overwhelming power of World Ruler, while waiting for Lequire to return. Curiosity soon drove him outside after noticing Lequire had quietly disappeared in the middle of the night. Using his stealthy running skill, Reiji carefully followed the trail without making the slightest sound. Hidden behind a corner, he watched Lequire secretly meet a mysterious figure under the cover of darkness. Surprised by the unusual meeting, Reiji quietly wondered what business Lequire had with the strange man. Startled after being discovered, Reiji could no longer hide that he had followed Lequire during the late-night meeting. Instead of getting angry, Lequire brought Reiji along and led him toward the town's lively nightlife. While walking together, Lequire asked Reiji what he thought about a nearby woman in the crowd. Confused by the unexpected question, Reiji innocently answered without understanding Lequire's real intention. Smiling at the response, Lequire continued teasing Reiji, amused by his honest and straightforward reaction. Curious about Lequire's explanation, Reiji listened carefully while learning about the harsh reality faced by beastmen. Gradually, Lequire revealed that beastmen were treated unfairly and often sold because they lacked legal opportunities. Remembering his homeland, Lequire shared his hope of helping old beastmen friends escape suffering someday. Reiji recalled Dante's earlier words, understanding Lequire's decision completely. Finally, Lequire revealed he sought revenge against a dangerous enemy. Once Lequire fought beside a mercenary group made entirely of courageous beastmen. Eventually, the group uncovered a noble family's hidden secret, forcing the kingdom to hunt them relentlessly. Curious, Reiji learned only one mithril ranked adventurer survived the desperate escape. Sadly, Lequire explained their sincere plea for justice was ignored without hesitation. In the end, Lequire admitted 50 comrades failed against a single overwhelming enemy and barely escaped alive. Lequire revealed the ruthless half-elf adventurer massacred beastmen simply because he enjoyed killing them. Filled with hatred, Lequire swore he would someday kill the murderer responsible for the massacre. Elsewhere, nobles discovered another child connected to the powerful 6-star skill and began investigating. Soon officials identified the unnamed black-haired boy as the suspected child of calamity. Without hesitation, the noble ordered soldiers to capture and execute the boy after questioning him. Meanwhile, the nobles grew uneasy after losing contact with the 6th mine and receiving no further reports. Soon, they feared the worst as news arrived that a nearby town had been completely destroyed. Our rescue force reached the devastated area, leaving everyone stunned by the terrible destruction. Moments later, the soldiers discovered an enormous dragon resting calmly across the ruined landscape. Facing the massive creature, the entire group realized the mission had become far more dangerous than expected. An enormous dragon roared before the terrified soldiers, while Reiji and Lequire faced the terrifying battle awaiting them. Panic spread as Reiji watched frightened villagers shield children from mysterious attackers with unknown intentions. Lelanoa protected Lord Ethan, warning everyone against reckless movement during the dangerous situation. To dispel the darkness, Reiji summoned floating flames, giving his companions enough light to stay alert. Surprised by the glowing fire, Lelanoa realized Reiji wielded exceptional magic, despite the barrier's powerful suppression. Leaving the others behind, Reiji activated running arts and rushed toward the invaders to defend everyone. Before anyone reacted, Reiji struck a masked attacker first, leaving nearby guards and Lelanoa astonished. Despite avoiding the initial stab, Reiji lost balance as another masked enemy grabbed him from behind. Another assassin raised a blade above Reiji, forcing nearby knights to shout urgent warnings. Drawing arts empowered Reiji's counterattack, sending the masked enemy crashing backward while surprising everyone. The surviving assassin escaped, leaving Reiji suspicious about the attacker's true objective. As the pursuit ended, Reiji stopped the knights, reminding them protecting everyone remained their highest responsibility. Curiosity replaced tension when Lelanoa praised Reiji's close combat, impressed despite his lack of combat skills. Ethan revealed the entire attack had been a planned performance to test the noble guests. Hearing the explanation, Reiji accepted the result while everyone reflected on the unusual initiation. Smiling, Lark praised Reiji's composure, believing he had handled every unexpected challenge with confidence. Reiji admitted several details had revealed the frightening attack was only a planned performance. Prompted by Ethan, Reiji explained the sudden darkness became the first clue behind his growing suspicion. Furthermore, Reiji noticed the attackers extinguished candles instead of destroying expensive chandeliers. Another important clue came from the attackers, whose sword techniques matched the kingdom's holy knight order. Impressed by Reiji's observations, Arthur introduced himself as the commander of the Second Knight Order. Continuing his analysis, Reiji explained the attackers ignored obvious targets, making their intentions suspicious. Asked another question, Reiji concluded poisoned food targeted Prince Kurushat instead of a random guest. Those words stunned Ethan, who realized the assassination attempt was never staged after all. Panic spread across the hall as Ethan demanded the culprit his identity after Reiji's conclusion. Meanwhile, Arthur and Lelanoa accepted Prince Kurushat remained the true target, prompting Reiji onward. Count Kurushat departed while royal investigators searched for the mastermind behind the conspiracy. Watching from the window, Reiji pitied the conspirators, knowing they could never escape careful investigation. The following morning, Lady Eva noticed Reiji looked exhausted after the previous night's dangerous incident and questioning. While discussing, Reiji explained the lengthy investigation kept everyone occupied until late that evening. With a warm smile, Lady Eva praised Reiji for exposing the poisoned meal and protecting Prince Kurushat. Embarrassed by the praise, Reiji admitted he had hidden several details to avoid appearing boastful. After explaining, Reiji warned Lady Eva he could not protect her until nightfall. Lady Eva insisted on accompanying Reiji, surprising him and the nearby attendants. Concerned servants stopped Reiji, asking him to reassure Lady Eva before leaving the mansion. Promising a quick return, Reiji comforted Lady Eva before departing while loyal knights guarded the estate. Before departing, Reiji promised Lady Eva he would keep her safe, easing her lingering fears after everything. Meanwhile, Lady Eva decided to write Lady Milla a heartfelt letter during Reiji's absence from the mansion. Elsewhere, Lelanoa finished her meal while waiting inside a quiet restaurant for her visiting cousin. After thanking, Lelanoa remained seated, expecting her cousin to arrive before leaving together afterward. Lelanoa welcomed her cousin, beginning their long-awaited reunion in the peaceful town. Lelanoa learned nobles received skill orbs during an important coming-of-age ceremony. Hearing the explanation, Lelanoa realized the tradition marked adulthood for many respected noble families across kingdoms. Changing topics, Lelanoa presented a magical souvenir from Lef, catching her cousin by surprise. In response, her cousin described Lef as a hidden nation famous for creating remarkable magical tools. Lelanoa explained the souvenir only helped her search for someone important, not Lef itself. Describing the mysterious boy, Lelanoa explained Reiji possessed remarkable talent, despite lacking any natural skill. Meanwhile, Mamino admitted searching through adventurers would never uncover Reiji after hearing Lelanoa's description and clues. Teasing the situation, Mamino wondered whether Reiji had become Lelanoa's first romantic interest instead. Flustered by the suggestion, Lelanoa insisted she wanted to protect Reiji because he protected her. Mamino encouraged Lelanoa to stop avoiding romance and consider building a happy family someday. Walking beside Reiji, Krister warned powerful nobles posed greater dangers than monsters. While discussing, Reiji questioned Count Kurushat's suspicious decisions behind the merchant investigation and massacre. Recalling earlier interrogations, Reiji admitted bluffing slave merchants before uncovering unexpected information about the mysterious Count. Then Reiji asked how much the Count had been paid, shocking everyone with his bold accusation. Concerned by the conspiracy, Krister warned Reiji the Holy Prince's assassination plot might also target him. Nearly 1 month later, Reiji returned as the postponed skill orb bestowal ceremony prepared to begin. At the estate, Reiji found Lady Eva, waiting after noticing his unexpected delay today. Concerned about hidden conspirators, Reiji warned Lady Eva the upcoming ceremony still carried serious danger ahead. Reiji encountered Lord Specula, who questioned his presence before introducing his important official position, remaining respectful. Reiji introduced himself as Count Silesi's bodyguard, earning Lord Specula's careful attention. Lord Specula questioned Reiji's behavior, then handed Count Silesi an important confidential document for review. After delivering the message, Lord Specula departed, leaving Reiji and Lady Eva puzzled. Confused by everything, Lady Eva asked her father what had happened during the strange conversation with Specula. Count Silesi explained jealous nobles accused Reiji of poisoning the prince, despite Zeri's accurate investigation. To protect Reiji's reputation, Count Silesi admitted, spreading false responsibility himself, leaving everyone surprised. After hearing Reiji's secret, Count Silesi revealed his rare orb sight skill with visible astonishment. Inside the first altar, a mysterious skill orb appeared, leaving everyone shocked before the ceremony. Unable to hide his panic, Count Silesi ordered the priceless skill orb delivered to Prince Kurushat. The royal priest admitted the unexpected phenomenon exceeded his knowledge. Despite serving the Holy King, dark energy surrounded the strange skill orb, suggesting its appearance carried a dangerous. Reiji revealed he possessed no skill orb, leaving the examiner questioning his extraordinary magical abilities. Recalling earlier events, the examiner confirmed Reiji's honesty and remembered doubts about his unusual powers. Hearing the explanation, Reiji and Namino watched as the examiner accepted his rare condition, The examiner explained certain gifted people cast magic without skill orbs and surpassed ordinary magic users. Mimino accepted Reiji's innocence after learning his remarkable growth came from training. The examiner cleared Reiji of suspicion, ensuring future accusations against him would appear unfounded now. After dismissing EVA, the examiner requested a private discussion with Reiji about another important matter ahead. Eva declared herself a full noble, gaining authority to participate in every House Silease decision. Reiji praised Eva's dedication, explaining her studies and experiences helped her mature into a capable noble. Acknowledging Eva's growth, the examiner promised to respect and treat her as a true lady. Eva accepted her new responsibilities after becoming a noble within House Silease's respected family. Discussing recent dangers, Eva worried Reiji's lingering suspicion proved the true criminal remained hidden somewhere. The examiner explained his eye of judgment detected lies, but clever suspects could still avoid exposure. Reiji realized careful questioning remained necessary because misleading answers could deceive even powerful magical abilities. Eva believed repeated questioning would expose the culprit and reveal everyone hiding the truth behind events. Reiji suspected the culprit understood the examiner's ability and eliminated witnesses before exposure. Questioning the motive, Reiji connected the conspiracy to Prince Kurvashrat's skill orb bestowal ceremony. The examiner revealed noble families prepared ceremonial skill orbs, creating opportunities for political manipulation. Later, the examiner reported a mysterious 6-star skill orb appeared during the first ceremony. Believing the report important, the examiner delayed informing the king until stronger evidence emerged. Examining the ceremony, Reiji questioned the prince's fate if the assassination had actually succeeded beforehand. Eva mentioned the third prince's engagement as the examiner revealed information about rare skill orbs. After hearing it, Reiji concluded the Riviere family had no reason to become immediate suspects. Another clue revealed the failed assassination allowed the hidden culprit to escape the examiner's magical detection. Accepting the overlooked evidence, Eva regretted missing the crucial connection before the conspiracy became much clearer. Reviewing old records, Eva discovered every slave merchant once operated under her father's protection and authority. Reiji accompanied Evia to Duke Evgeni's villa, where Charlotte welcomed everyone for afternoon tea. Embarrassed by past misunderstandings, Charlotte admitted apologizing to Eva. After learning Lord Silease's true intentions, surrounded by trusted friends, Eva accepted Charlotte's friendship and left their earlier conflict behind together. Elsewhere, another investigation confirmed Reiji held no noble connections, encouraging everyone to search the culprit. Searching every guild, the investigators discovered Reiji had never registered as an adventurer anywhere before. Meanwhile, they realized Reiji remained too young, making his sudden disappearance even harder to trace. Watching from nearby, Reiji smiled as everyone discussed how much he had already matured. Before leaving, Eva thanked Reiji for protecting her while their conversation shifted toward the coming ceremony. Curious about her future, Reiji wondered which skill orb Duke Evgeny had chosen for Eve's bestowal. Reiji guessed the caring Duke had prepared another remarkable gift for his beloved daughter. Blushing, Eva promised to give Reiji a skill orb perfectly suited to his future. Crowds gathered as nobles discussed the upcoming skill orb bestowal ceremony for the Holy Prince. Reiji warned that identifying the assassination mastermind remained impossible, despite growing suspicion among every noble. A rabbit official announced strict attendance rules, allowing only one family member for each candidate. Concern filled Reiji's thoughts, though trusted guards promised every child's safety throughout. Returning, Reiji surprised his companions, who noticed fresh injuries and questioned what had happened. The examiner revealed Eva's sealed magic eye of inspiration had awakened after remaining dormant for years. Born with overwhelming mana, Eva survived because her family sealed both her power and magic eye. Uncontrolled abilities drove Eva into a berserk state, causing her to attack the nearby headmaid. Skilled attendants restrained Eva before anyone suffered fatal injuries during the frightening magical outburst. Relieved by Reiji's survival, the servants praised his courage after witnessing Eva's dangerous power firsthand. Thanks to the headmaid, Eva's rampage ended while Reiji remained asleep after exhausting his mana. Reiji understood Eva's overwhelming power, forced her family to seal those dangerous abilities. Changing the subject, the examiner began revealing the painful truth surrounding Eva's mother and tragic past. Years earlier, Adele lost control after her magic eye awakened, attacking both her mother and physician. The examiner described the newborn's injury as a heartbreaking accident beyond anyone's control. The examiner revealed his wife never forgave herself and passed away years after leaving Eva behind. Filled with regret, he believed forcing his wife home earlier might have saved her life. Reiji learned the Count married a commoner despite strict noble traditions and expectations. Pain overwhelmed the examiner as he wondered whether love could have survived without noble status, dividing them. Reiji realized the feared Count hid deep sorrow beneath his cold reputation. The examiner revealed a rare mana manipulation skill orb he intended to present to Eva. Unable to break ceremony rules, he decided the precious skill orb must remain sealed until then. Looking at Eva's peaceful sleep, Reiji feared the painful truth would only deepen her guilt. Soon Eva awakened, recognizing Reiji beside her bed while the servants watched with quiet relief. Eva remembered her magic eye activating and asked Reiji about everything that followed. Reiji presented a protective bracelet, explaining it would suppress Eva's magic eye until her mana recovered. He admitted the thoughtful gift actually came from the examiner instead of himself. Touched by his kindness, Eva hoped Reiji would someday choose a special present just for her. Although the bracelet caused discomfort, Eva accepted wearing it because it prevented dangerous magical outbursts. Elsewhere, Lord Louis awaited tomorrow's skill orb ceremony while humming through the castle corridors. Louis realized everyone noticed his feelings for Eva, leaving him embarrassed before the coming ceremony. Determined to improve himself, Louis asked Arthur whether his first impression had ruined everything with Eva. Instead of encouraging romance, Arthur advised Louis to mature before thinking about proposing to Lady Eva. Remembering Arthur's lesson, Louis struggled repeating noble ideals while practicing proper behavior for his future. Grinning with confidence, Louis challenged Arthur's swordplay, believing stronger skills would impress Eva much more. On urgent report, interrupted Louis's training after officials discovered serious security problems. Arthur rushed away, leaving Louis confused about the unexpected crisis surrounding the first altar. Although disappointed, Louis agreed to postpone sword practice until everyone resolved the growing emergency first. Elsewhere, the former Holy King questioned his duties before meeting the rabbit official. The rabbit official reminded the former Holy King that history would always remember his heroic legacy. Consumed by regret, the former Holy King wished fate had allowed him to remain an ordinary father. Before dawn arrived, he ordered L to inspect the ceremony grounds for one final security check. A hooded visitor approached Reiji's room during the stormy night, seeking another urgent meeting. Removing the soaked hood, Mimino admitted tomorrow's ceremony frightened her and requested Reiji's help. Reiji helped Mila leave the carriage, reassuring the nervous noble girl wearing ceremonial clothes. He offered a bracelet that safely stored Mila's mana until the ceremony concluded later. While walking, Reiji revealed he understood mana exhaustion, encouraging Mila to remain calm. Reiji reminded Mila she would soon receive the mana manipulation skill orb, giving her confidence. He also escorted Mila toward Lady Milai as the important event finally approached. They encountered Lady Eva's father, who recognized the young hero from the royal banquet. Lady Eva's father urged Reiji to visit the border, praising his talent despite dangerous monster threats. After departing, Reiji sensed the man's warning carried weight as Lady Eva hurried after her father. Reiji escorted Mila onward, wishing he could protect her longer, despite his uneasy premonition ahead. Before leaving, Reiji reminded Mila to avoid reckless actions, and she accepted his advice. Lord Louis greeted Lady Eva, praising her appearance while hiding his nervous feelings. Louis encouraged Lady Eva, believing she would become a respected noble after remembering her kindness. Louis promised becoming a stronger swordsman worthy of the Posey name by protecting Lady Eva's future. He explained his sword training came from Captain Royal Knight Hugh, hoping to stand beside Lady Eva. Lady Eva staggered from exhaustion, leaving Louis concerned as her weakened condition became impossible to hide. Seeing Lady Eva weaken, Lord Louis offered his treasured sword, believing its power could restore her mana. Lady Eva accepted the sacred sword. Surprised, Lord Louis entrusted his family's treasured weapon. Lady Eva rested while hugging the sword, as everyone waited before the noble ceremony began. Inside her dream, Lady Eva called for Reiji, hoping her trusted bodyguard would answer her voice. Reiji appeared, who insisted he would always remain her loyal bodyguard despite everything. Reiji promised Lady Eva eternal protection, reassuring her frightened heart before the dream faded away. High Priest El arrived, carrying a rabbit companion, drawing curious attention from gathered children before the ceremony. Lady Eva awakened from her dream as attendants, prepared everyone before the noble ceremony started. Feeling much healthier, Lady Eva thanked Lord Louis for lending his treasured family sword during recovery. Together, the children followed their attendants, preparing as the long-awaited noble ceremony began. Reiji noticed Lord Louis's treasured sword restored its mana, leaving him puzzled. High Priest El crowned Lady Eva with a ceremonial wreath as everyone applauded her graceful appearance. Standing among other candidates, Lady Eva searched for Reiji while awaiting her father's arrival. The chief priest announced the ancient blessing ritual, summoning divine power beneath the clear ceremonial sky above. Brilliant light surrounded every candidate as high priest. El confirmed they were worthy recipients of skill orbs. The ceremony halted as mysterious hooded figures approached, leaving every participant shocked and confused. King Drad admitted, giving Lady Eva a temporary skill orb because of her lifelong illness before. The chief priest declared only children without previous skill orbs deserved divine blessings. Lady Eva's bracelet shattered after exceeding its mana limit, leaving her stunned. Realizing her mana had recovered, Lady Eva understood the bracelet restored her strength before breaking. Lord Louis noticed Lady Eva trembling, stepping forward after sensing something troubled her inside. Smiling with confidence, Lord Louis assured Lady Eva everything would be fine, despite the uncertain ceremony ahead. The chief priest announced Holy Prince Kulvershrat would receive an extraordinary 8-star skill orb. Shock spread across the audience as nobles questioned the appearance of the unprecedented 8-star skill orb. Excited by the announcement, Holy Prince Kulvershrat stepped forward, expecting the legendary skill orb. Lord Louis interrupted the ceremony, causing Lady Eva and every witness to stare in surprise. The chief priest questioned whether the miraculous skill orb belonged to the prince through bloodline alone. Lord Louis declared the royal family should not control the miraculous skill orb meant for everyone. Nobles recognized Lord Louis, while Duke Rosie watched his son's unexpected challenge with growing disbelief. Several children feared Lord Louis would receive severe punishment for opposing the king. The chief priest declared Lord Louis's Rosie bloodline mattered more than his personal convictions or intentions. Ignoring Duke Rosie's desperate warning, the chief priest silenced every objection against the royal decision. Lord Louis struck another child aside before Lady Eva collapsed from severe mana exhaustion. The children realized Lady Eva suffered another mana deficiency. While Lord Louis watched with concern, Holy Prince Kulvershrat looked toward his father while awaiting further explanations from everyone. The chief priest questioned whether Holy Prince Kulvershrat possessed enough resolve to accept the skill orb. Holy Prince Kulvershrat wondered about compatibility as Duke Rosie ordered Lord Louis to step back. The chief priest insisted ancient tradition reserved the miraculous 8-star skill orb for the pure chosen heir. Duke Rosie dismissed Lord Louis's protest, while painful memories overwhelmed the chief priest's troubled expression. Refusing every order, Lord Louis declared mastering the 8-star skill orb could transform society for everyone. Holy Prince Kulvershrat noticed both adults acting, unable to understand their sudden emotional confrontation. The chief priest ordered attendants to bring the miraculous 8-star skill orb. Duke Rosie blamed himself while nobles questioned whether only the royal family could wield the legendary skill. Attendants revealed the enormous 8-star skill orb, astonishing every child gathered. The chief priest summoned Lord Louis forward, preparing to ask one final question. Everyone watched as Lord Louis approached the chief priest with unwavering determination, despite mounting pressure. Lord Louis declared his resolve to accept the miraculous 8-star skill orb before everyone. The chief priest bestowed the miraculous 8-star skill orb upon Lord Louis. Lord Louis reached toward the glowing skill orb, triggering an overwhelming surge of mysterious power. Far away, Reiji sensed something unusual while remaining inside the First Holy District Bodyguard headquarters. A respected knight praised Reiji's dedication before discussing his reputation as Lady Celise's dependable personal bodyguard. Curious about Reiji, an elf woman introduced herself while asking for his name before continuing. Reiji introduced himself, leaving the curious elf surprised after recognizing his name from an earlier encounter. Darkness spread across the sky, alarming knights as everyone questioned the terrifying supernatural phenomenon. Second Knight Captain Arthur suspected something extraordinary happened during the skill orb ceremony. Arthur realized the disturbance resembled a forgotten event connected with Prince Kulvershrat's rare skill orb ceremony. Reiji and the elf asked Arthur to explain everything he knew about the strange phenomenon. Arthur admitted something abnormal occurred, though even he could not explain the strange event. Arthur revealed Prince Kulvershrat's power existed to suppress something before stopping himself with visible regret. Meanwhile, Reiji sensed danger approaching while Arthur suspected Lord Louis awakened a powerful hidden instinct. Ignoring Arthur's warning, Reiji rushed toward the altar after entrusting Lady Celise's safety to everyone nearby. Everyone watched in disbelief as a gigantic black dome engulfed the distant ceremonial grounds. Sudden tremors shook the estate as Reiji witnessed strange darkness spreading, while Eva hid her awakened magic eye. The black mass expanded as confused officials realized Louis and Rosie had disappeared without explanation. Soon, a shadow creature appeared before frightened citizens, causing panic while Eva blamed her awakened magic eye. Meanwhile, invisible barriers trapped every survivor as the sinister creature blocked escape and spread fear everywhere. The Knight Captain charged toward the shadow creature, determined to protect everyone. The Knight Captain unleashed Holy Sword Art, yet the shadow creature ignored every powerful strike. Brilliant light filled the battlefield, before horrified witnesses watched the Knight Captain collapse. As silence spread across the courtyard, the wounded captain staggered, while the shadow advanced without slowing down. Tears filled Eva's eyes after she recognized Lewis's sword, fearing the impossible truth. Shock gripped every official when the glowing sword remained behind, confirming the Knight Captain had fallen. Confusion spread among the nobles, as they mourned the lost skill orb, while the shadow remained motionless. Ignoring personal safety, Prince Clervisrat questioned abandoning the king before his father ordered everyone to retreat. The king entrusted Prince Clervisrat to protect the royal family through courage and loyalty. Although uncertain, Prince Clervisrat accepted the duty while Eva insisted ordinary people could change nothing. Finally, Eva realized the missing skill orb belonged to her, and only she could control it. Confronting Eva, the shadow denounced the covenant holder's bloodline, demanding punishment for breaking their sacred covenant. Protecting Prince Clervisrat, the king threw Lewis's sword before the shadow could strike its intended victim. Filled with anger, the king accused the shadow of pursuing holy royal blood for endless generations. The shadow insisted Clervisrat's ancestors forged the covenant and could have ended everything themselves. The rabbit sage revealed the entire incident was a trap prepared by the shadow worlder. Watching the shadow, the king admitted the sacred covenant prevented Holy Sword Art from causing any damage. Determined to protect, the king declared the covenant could no longer shield the shadow worlder. The king ordered every holy knight to destroy the shadow worlder and break free. Furious over the decision, the king ignored the rabbit sage's warning and rejected every attempt to calm him. Smiling beneath swirling darkness, the shadow worlder demanded the royal family abolish the ancient covenant. Ignoring every warning, King Curvain accepted any sacrifice, while others struggled to understand the ancient covenant's meaning. Meanwhile, Eva recognized Lord Louis within the shadow, leaving her shocked and overwhelmed by painful memories. King Curvain declared the ancient covenant abolished, despite Eva's desperate denial and confusion. Despair overwhelmed Eva before she called Reiji, begging him to rescue everyone trapped inside the barrier. The barrier shattered apart as the shadow worlder accepted Curvain's proclamation, astonishing every witness nearby. Reiji arrived smiling, announcing his success after breaking the barrier through overwhelming determination and strength. Stunned witnesses watched Reiji descend while the shadow worlder recognized Count Silese's former bodyguard with disbelief. Facing the shadow worlder, Reiji demanded the identity of whoever made Eva cry before everyone. Reiji stepped inside the Covenant's domain, surprising everyone as shattered fragments drifted across the battlefield. Ignoring the shadow worlder, Reiji struck first, while Eva watched through tears, relieved by his unexpected arrival. Reiji apologized for arriving late before receiving her heartfelt request to save everyone. Still crying, Eva begged Reiji to guide every survivor through the dangerous battlefield, without leaving anyone. Smiling, Reiji accepted Eva's request, amused that she remained as demanding as ever. The shadow worlder questioned Reiji's identity, while Reiji praised Eva's unwavering kindness. Without warning, the shadow worlder attacked Reiji, but swift movements helped him evade every strike. Observing the battle, King Curvain realized ordinary physical attacks damaged the shadow worlder after the covenant vanished. During the fierce exchange, Reiji reminded Silese that someone had instructed him to bring the holy relic. Meanwhile, Silese explained the relic weakened the covenant arbitrator, promising full answers after everyone survived. King Curvain prepared to fight beside Reiji, while ordering everyone else to evacuate. Watching the fierce exchange, Reiji admired King Curvain's swift swordsmanship against the relentless Shadow Worlder's attacks. Reiji unleashed powerful fire magic after warning the Shadow Worlder about its exposed back. Suddenly, Lord Louis pleaded for mercy, causing Reiji's attack to stop before the flames struck their target. After recognizing the deception, Reiji informed King Curvain that Lord Louis had already been possessed. King Curvain questioned the rabbit sage, seeking answers after witnessing the Covenant's shocking collapse and consequences. Gravely, the rabbit sage warned that abolishing the Covenant would allow the Shadow Worlders to invade. King Curvain resolved to finish the battle, despite the overwhelming threat before them. Nearby grieving nobles prepared to leave while mourning Louis and worrying about Lord Rosie's uncertain fate. Finally, Reiji and King Curvain faced the Shadow Worlder together, determined to finish their dangerous battle. King Curvain rebuked Glenjeet, demanding he stop hesitating after starting the desperate battle. Glenjeet rejected his former name while Reiji understood the forgotten history behind it. Standing, King Curvain introduced himself as Clervin's Holy King before questioning Glenjeet's current identity. Soon, the rabbit sage offered a sacred dagger, claiming it could eliminate the Covenant arbitrator before catastrophe. Ignoring the Covenant's uncertain status, King Curvain insisted destroying the Shadow Worlder remained their highest priority. King Curvain accepted, refusing the Shadow Worlder's claim that the Covenant had already ended. Charging without fear, King Curvain vowed the Shadow Worlder would never escape alive. The Shadow Worlder unleashed a violent counterattack, sending King Curvain crashing across the devastated battlefield. Seizing the opening, King Curvain ordered Reiji forward while distracting the Shadow Worlder with another powerful strike. Following the command, Reiji rushed behind the Shadow Worlder, preparing his decisive attack against the distracted enemy. King Curvain ordered the nobles evacuated while bravely remaining behind to confront the relentless Shadow Worlder alongside Glenjeet. Confused, Reiji sensed overwhelming mana gathering overhead and urgently warned King Curvain about the looming counterattack. Dark energy erupted across the battlefield, forcing King Curvain to withstand the devastating assault before terrified witnesses. Using wind magic, Reiji protected the retreat while soldiers safely escorted Lord Solis and Eva away. Left behind together, King Curvain called Glenjeet forward, as the fierce battle entered its decisive stage. Suddenly, the Shadow Worlder captured King Curvain, leaving Reiji horrified as the sacred dagger slipped away. Ignoring the danger, King Curvain broke free and crashed into the Shadow Worlder with crushing force. Realizing the enemy possessed a physical body, Reiji trapped the Shadow Worlder using powerful earth magic. King Curvain charged forward with the sacred dagger, determined to finish the Shadow Worlder. Reiji pierced the shadow creature as Eva and stunned witnesses watched the desperate counterattack begin together. Darkness surrounding the monster weakened, while Reiji realized holy power could finally harm the enemy. Reiji opened a radiant gate against the darkness, leaving veteran observers anticipating his final strategy. Brilliant light revealed an enormous portal as Reiji prepared one last decisive attack before collapsing. Everyone stared while the spinning portal expanded and awaited Reiji's dangerous final move against darkness. Eva realized the spinning portal targeted distant civilians, instead of everyone trapped inside the ruined courtyard. Reiji rushed forward, Faye realizing redirecting the massive portal remained everyone's only chance for survival. Using his remaining strength, Reiji pushed the spinning gateway aside, altering its destructive trajectory. The redirected portal vanished before reopening far beyond Faye, startling nearby soldiers and frightened citizens. Violent explosions echoed across the distant town while Reiji protected the royal family. Reiji noticed spreading darkness continued expanding beyond the battlefield, proving the mysterious gate remained active. Questioned about his intentions, Reiji accepted Eva's request, making everyone's protection his highest responsibility forever. Recognizing Reiji's resolve, Louis entrusted his treasured sword, believing the determined hero deserved its remaining strength. Remembering Louis beside Rosie, Reiji realized unwavering love inspired every sacrifice throughout their difficult journey. Closing his eyes, Reiji honored Louis before advancing toward the burning city against lingering darkness ahead. Reiji reached the burning district after Zeri reported Duke Rivier's mansion absorbed the devastating impact. Following Zeri's guidance, Reiji sensed a terrifying presence, lingering where the mysterious object crashed violently. Watching from afar, King Curvain admired Reiji's courage, wondering how Solis discovered him first there. Gazing toward the smoking city, King Curvain believed Reiji deserved greater opportunities beyond borderland duties. Meanwhile, Solis regretted Louis's sacrifice while King Curvain questioned humanity's future without legendary holy sword. King Curvain accepted Louis's final resolve, while Glenjeet promised carrying their shared will onward. Suddenly, violent tremors erupted, as Reiji realized something enormous emerged from the destroyed gate. A gigantic serpent crashed across the city, forcing Reiji to postpone confronting the unstable gate. Although shocked by the colossal serpent, Reiji searched carefully for a path beyond its massive body. Witnessing Ouroboros, Reiji recognized the legendary endless serpent from forgotten memories of another world. Before Reiji advanced again, a mysterious adventurer arrived, suggesting the overwhelming crisis demanded experienced allies instead. Ouroboros rampaged across the city while frightened civilians fled from its enormous crushing body everywhere. Reiji stabbed the sacred relic into the gate, hoping its power would seal the unstable portal. Brilliant light erupted after Reiji attacked, shaking the battlefield with overwhelming magical force and energy. The collapsing gate disappeared, allowing Reiji to wound Ouroboros with his successful surprise attack. Covered in dark blood, Reiji realized defeating Ouroboros required destroying its enormous head before everything ended. Reiji spotted Ouroboros' distant head, while Zeri arrived to support his dangerous pursuit across rooftops. Zeri threw Reiji's sword upward, allowing him to recover his weapon without slowing his determined advance. Reiji ordered immediate evacuation southward, after locating Ouroboros' enormous head within the northern district ahead. Guards followed Reiji's instructions while adventurers hurried north to protect fleeing civilians. Ignoring exhaustion, Reiji rushed across Ouroboros's massive body, determined to eliminate its monstrous head. Reiji leaped across Ouroboros, refusing to let the monstrous serpent claim more innocent victims. Ouroboros opened its enormous jaws, but Reiji struck first with powerful kicking techniques. Despite trembling from exhaustion, Reiji helped frightened civilians escape, while encouraging them to keep moving forward. Watching the family flee, Reiji remembered his tragic past and silently accepted his dangerous responsibility again. Determination returned, refusing to repeat the devastating tragedy from the collapsed slave mine. Remembering Lark's kindness, Reiji strengthened his resolve while Ouroboros continued devastating the surrounding city everywhere. Believing himself stronger than before, Reiji charged across Ouroboros, determined to defeat the legendary monster alone. Although confident, Reiji admitted his remaining strength offered little chance against Ouroboros's overwhelming power and endurance. Repeated attacks failed, because Ouroboros's hardened scales resisted Reiji's strongest techniques without showing visible damage. Reiji discovered weakened scales near Ouroboros's head, revealing the perfect opening for his decisive attack. Reiji realized landing a decisive strike alone remained impossible, while Ouroboros continued attacking the devastated city. Watching Ouroboros advance, Reiji wished someone could restrain the enormous monster for only a brief moment. Suddenly, a massive shield blocked Ouroboros's charge, leaving Reiji staring in complete surprise and disbelief. Dantes appeared before Reiji, raising his enormous shield while volunteering to confront Ouroboros himself. Reiji looked toward Dantes with astonishment, wondering why the veteran adventurer joined the battlefield. Soon, Mimino, Non, and the Silver Scales reunited with Reiji, strengthening everyone's determination against Ouroboros. Praising Reiji's, Dantes postponed emotional reunions until everyone defeated the monstrous serpent first together, facing Ouroboros together. Reiji welcomed his trusted companions, believing their reunited party possessed overwhelming fighting strength. Reiji, Mimino, Non, and their veteran companion confronted the giant Ouroboros as the dangerous Silver Scales battle finally began. The armored warrior advanced first, blocking Ouroboros while Mimino and Non prepared coordinated support from safer positions behind him. Ouroboros lunged repeatedly, yet the determined defender resisted every assault, creating precious opportunities for his companions to respond together. Non strengthened the front line with support magic, allowing the experienced warrior to unleash stronger attacks against the massive serpent. After enduring relentless attacks, the veteran acknowledged years of growth, while Reiji observed the fierce battle with growing confidence. Non reminded the veteran everyone had grown stronger, encouraging Reiji while the Silver Scales continued confronting the enormous Ouroboros together. Remembering the Yuvel Mines battle 4 years earlier, Reiji recalled his weakness while watching Ouroboros threaten everyone once again. Reiji compared his former self with the present, strengthening his resolve after recognizing how much he had improved. The veteran encouraged Reiji during fierce combat, helping him regain focus while Silver Scales pressed their coordinated assault forward. Trusting Silver Scales completely, Reiji accepted his role and prepared supporting coup d'arrêt face against the relentless Ouroboros together. Reiji combined wind and fire magic simultaneously, astonishing Mimino, while launching a powerful attack against the towering Ouroboros. Following the strategy, Reiji advanced beside Dantes, but Ouroboros suddenly revealed terrifying darkness magic that surprised everyone nearby. Explosions shook the battlefield as Mimino protected Reiji with earth magic, allowing the frontline warriors to continue resisting fiercely. Mimino praised Reiji's remarkable magic, while Reiji admitted he never expected to wield darkness magic successfully during battle. Determined to finish the battle, Reiji gathered his remaining mana and entrusted the following magical support to Mimino. Reiji created ice magic, believing freezing the dark serpent would exploit its weakness, while surprising Mimino with another elemental spell. Following World Ruler's guidance, Reiji trapped Ouroboros inside towering ice pillars, leaving the Silver Scales briefly astonished by his strategy. Although the enormous serpent became partially frozen, Reiji realized the massive creature remained too powerful to immobilize completely. Mimino understood Reiji intended forcing Ouroboros into hibernation, but the cracking ice confirmed their clever plan had ultimately failed. Despite the setback, Mimino praised Reiji's creative thinking as both prepared another strategy before Ouroboros launched its next devastating assault. Mimino rushed toward Dantes while Reiji threw a specially prepared potion across the battlefield before the frozen Ouroboros. The duplication potion activated, causing the surrounding ice to multiply rapidly and trap Ouroboros inside expanding frozen crystals. Watching the strange reaction, Reiji realized the spell itself continued replicating, instead of merely multiplying the surrounding ice. Dantes seized the opening while Mimino praised Reiji's clever plan, encouraging him to continue the unexpected strategy. Exhausted after exhausting his mana, Reiji asked Mimino to strike Ouroboros's head after discovering the serpent's hidden weak point. Receiving Nan's sacred blessing, Reiji stepped onto Ouroboros's frozen body while Dantes and the others watched his decisive final assault begin. Standing above the imprisoned serpent, Reiji realized Nan's distant support strengthened him beyond ordinary magic, proving her remarkable divine abilities. Watching Dantes wound the monster and Mimino's duplication potion succeed, Reiji gathered every remaining ounce of determination for one final strike. With absolute trust in his companions, Reiji raised his sword, believing their combined efforts had finally created the perfect opportunity. Channeling every blessing into his blade, Reiji unleashed a powerful slash that pierced Ouroboros's weak point and ended the desperate battle. The frozen remains crumbled apart while Dantes praised Reiji's victory, and the exhausted young swordsman lowered his weapon. Citizens celebrated as Ouroboros disappeared, recognizing the silver scales and Reiji for protecting the town from destruction. Standing before the battlefield, Reiji dedicated the hard-earned victory to L'Acquire after the silver scales secured their triumphant success. Reiji awakened after the exhausting battle and discovered Eva had remained beside his bed while peacefully falling asleep herself. Looking outside, Reiji recalled defeating Ouroboros before remembering the arguments surrounding the silver scales' hard-earned victory and recognition. Eva embraced Reiji with relief, admitting she feared her reckless decision had placed him in deadly danger. Reiji gently reassured Eva, explaining she had cared for him throughout his recovery, despite believing she had done little grateful. For Eva's constant devotion, Reiji sincerely thanked her kindness after learning she faithfully remained beside him every day. Eva expressed heartfelt relief after Reiji recovered, while he admired her unwavering kindness despite everything she had endured. Reiji learned Eva gained the mana control skill after the interrupted ceremony, allowing her to regulate her growing power. Although Eva feared her magic eye because of Luis's fate, Reiji encouraged her to overcome those painful memories. Reiji explained the magic eye could inspire courage instead of bringing only disaster, giving Eva renewed hope for the future. Accepting Reiji's advice, Eva resolved to master her magic eye and use its remarkable power to help everyone. Reiji reminded Eva, nobody chooses their birth, but everyone decides how they live, despite painful circumstances and lingering guilt. Reiji revealed his natural black hair once brought hatred and abandonment, proving hardship never determined someone's true future. Instead of resenting the world, Reiji proudly accepted becoming Eva's loyal bodyguard, after protecting her through countless dangers together. Reiji encouraged Eva, explaining her magic eye could save many lives when guided by kindness and unwavering determination. Inspired by Reiji's words, Eva hoped to become a noble worthy of her father, while continuing forward with renewed confidence. Reiji explained Eva could abandon noble responsibilities, yet believed her father always valued her happiness above courtly status. Although traveling together sounded tempting, Reiji believed Eva's father trusted him to protect her if tragedy ever occurred. Eva chose accepting her responsibility, declaring she would live proudly as the future noble of the Solis family. Reiji urged Eva to rest while offering to find food, unaware she still wished to continue their heartfelt conversation. Meanwhile, a carriage transported Ouroboros's enormous remains toward the mansion, as important figures prepared for the aftermath of victory. After returning, Solis prepared to leave for the Holy King's palace, while reminding Maxim another demanding day still awaited. Meanwhile, Reiji thanked Solis for everything before learning Eva had stayed beside his bed throughout the entire previous night. With a gentle smile, Solis confirmed Reiji had recovered completely before informing him about an official summons to the royal palace. Accepting the unexpected request, Reiji understood his testimony would become necessary and agreed to keep every important detail confidential. Unexpectedly, Solis explained contract magic might become necessary depending on future circumstances, leaving Reiji surprised by the palace's formal procedures. Confused by Solis's unusual behavior, Reiji questioned her intentions before she revealed the matter involved confidential secrets surrounding the royal family. Pouring tea, Solis explained the king granted Reiji enough time to escape, proving extraordinary trust in his character. Instead of accepting the praise, Reiji insisted the Margrave deserved equal credit, yet Solis recognized his victory over the mediator. Changing the subject, Solis revealed Reiji had broken an ancient precept before explaining the shadow world existed alongside their own realm. Hearing about the mediators, Reiji learned they alone could enter the forbidden boundary, leaving him shocked. Surprised by Solis's explanation, Reiji learned destroying the barrier also shattered the ancient precept, leaving the mediator vulnerable to ordinary attacks. Acknowledging Reiji's accomplishment, Silis explained. Neither the holy relic fragment nor her own strength could have broken the barrier alone. Displaying Rosie's mana sword and Avea's bracelet, Silis admitted their success resulted from extraordinary circumstances, rather than careful planning. Curious about the skill orb, Reiji discovered an ancient covenant required a chosen pure one to absorb its hidden power. Finally, Silis concluded the king accepted possible sacrifice, because he had already resolved every consequence before the operation began. Silis sympathized with the Holy King, explaining every parent would understand such desperate sacrifices for protecting their beloved child. After thinking, Reiji concluded the king accepted criticism because saving EVA mattered more than preserving his own reputation. Laughing, Silis admitted relief after seeing Reiji's honest personality, then reminded him nobody could judge the Holy King's difficult choice. Outside the mansion, Silis explained the bestowal ceremony existed to conceal the royal family's behavior surrounding the Covenant skill orb. Meanwhile, preparations continued as Ouroboros's remains were transported, while important figures gathered to handle the battle's lasting consequences. Suddenly, Dantes entered the Adventurers Guild and confronted everyone, demanding recognition because Reiji alone had defeated the giant serpent. Ignoring every protest, Dantes declared the Knight's Order deserved no credit, insisting Reiji's achievement should never remain unrecognized or forgotten. Angry guild members threatened Dantes with expulsion for causing trouble, yet he challenged anyone present to defeat Ouroboros themselves. Smiling, Dantes welcomed the punishment, because defending Reiji's accomplishment mattered more than protecting his own reputation or guild membership. Reiji arrived beside Eva as holy knights surrounded Duke Riviere's estate, after authorities launched an investigation into the attempted assassination case. Soon, Eva learned investigators identified a suspect inside a nearby residence, yet many citizens insisted Duke Riviere had been accused. Reiji found the investigation suspicious after EVA revealed no corpse appeared overnight, despite exploring the crime scene before dawn. Reiji concluded the hidden mastermind behind Prince Louis's assassination attempt likely orchestrated the conspiracy targeting Duke Riviere's family. Determined to uncover the truth, Reiji prepared leaving while Eva packed their belongings because the entire investigation appeared suspicious. Certain the incident was planned, Reiji rode toward the Silver Orange Inn, after identifying another possible lead behind the conspiracy. Arriving, Reiji met the innkeeper, who explained Dantes and Mimo had already departed for arranged guild negotiations together. Listening, Reiji admitted borrowing their carriage without permission seemed unreasonable, though urgent circumstances left him with little alternative available. Before long, several furious adventurers confronted Reiji, demanding compensation while condemning his reckless actions and disrespectful behavior toward their belongings. After assessing, Reiji realized peaceful negotiations seemed impossible despite precautions, forcing him to prepare for further unexpected complications. While resting, Reiji explained he had only recently arrived in Curvan because Liuire had always wished to visit the country. Soon, the grateful innkeeper scolded Reiji for disappearing without notice, despite curing her father's petrification and saving their family. Embarrassed by the praise, Reiji humbly dismissed his achievement while secretly hiding that the medicine relied upon illegal mithril materials. At evening, Reiji reflected on everyone who had rescued, supported, and guided him since escaping the dangerous forest with newfound determination. Smiling, the innkeeper reminded Reiji that gratitude never cancelled itself, encouraging him to accept his companions' kindness without unnecessary guilt. The innkeeper reassured Reiji everyone understood, because they knew he had only recently escaped the Wyleville mines and difficult past. Meanwhile, the count's daughter admitted her greatest regret was being unable to help Reiji, despite praying for his safety. Reiji confessed he remained torn between answering the royal summons or leaving the kingdom before further trouble emerged. Refusing his hesitation, the innkeeper praised Reiji's countless achievements and insisted he should stop running from people who valued his efforts. Closing the distance, she reminded Reiji the count and his daughter cared about him, making a sudden farewell unacceptable. Eva realized Reiji's contract magic might become a serious obstacle, though she believed hidden loopholes could still prevent unnecessary restrictions. Before Reiji departed, Eva explained the contract's loopholes with confidence, until a mysterious carriage arrived outside the inn. Stepping toward, Reiji discovered the waiting noble had delayed leaving, creating an unexpected opportunity for another important conversation. The noble observed Reiji had grown closer to Eva, while Reiji insisted he could not leave without saying farewell to his lady. Reiji learned investigators had discovered the alleged assassin's corpse, though the noble revealed that information remained confidential and suspicious. During the carriage ride, Reiji reasoned Duke Riviere should willingly accept a search unless he secretly concealed another crime. Hearing Reiji's theory, Count Victor Solis considered the possibility that hidden guilt explained the Duke's actions completely. Soon afterward, Count Victor Solis escorted Reiji into the royal palace, where officials announced their arrival before assembled nobles. Unexpectedly meeting Reiji, one senior official expressed disappointment that he appeared, despite believing the young boy possessed better judgment. Standing before the throne, Reiji received sincere gratitude from the Holy King, who acknowledged his remarkable contributions protecting everyone. Before the assembled court, Reiji explained he protected Duke Victor's agreement primarily for Eva's sake, rather than personal recognition or reward. Impressed, the Holy King presented a sacred gold coin, though Reiji humbly insisted saving the kingdom deserved no payment. The Holy King encouraged Reiji to accept the reward, explaining everyone had wished to grant him far greater recognition instead. Soon, Count Victor Solis accompanied Reiji after officials summoned them to attend the Noble Enquiry Commission. Regarding Duke Riviere's case, the Holy King revealed another purpose behind the summons involved safeguarding the Holy Kingdom's confidential magical secrets. A rabbit official escorted Reiji toward a private office, while other ministers departed, leaving the important contract discussion ready to begin. Entering the library, Reiji watched the rabbit official prepare documents, realizing the difficult stage of protecting himself had arrived. Remembering Eva's advice, Reiji prepared to examine 3 important details before accepting any official magic contract offered by the kingdom. First, Reiji inspected the contract paper itself, confirming ordinary flax and cotton materials replaced suspicious magical writing materials or substances. Next, Reiji examined the magic formula and official contract format, determining both appeared simple and matched the Holy Kingdom's standard documentation. Feeling reassured, Reiji concluded the proposed magic contract contained suitable conditions, giving him confidence he could escape unforeseen restrictions. Just before signing, Reiji noticed the contract contained no actual written terms, leaving him puzzled by the suspicious blank document. Questioning the unusual procedure, Reiji watched the rabbit official insist the blank contract was acceptable, as strange noises echoed outside. Examining the blank contract, Reiji questioned its purpose until the rabbit official explained protecting royal secrets mattered. Although Hinger had taught him basic knowledge, Reiji admitted countless mysteries surrounding skill orbs still remained beyond his understanding. The rabbit official revealed ancient worlds once connected, but sealed gates prevented anyone from learning the shadow world's current condition. Remembering Ouroboros, Reiji asked whether the legendary dragon served as another mediator before the rabbit official reacted with visible surprise. Reiji learned the dragon acted as a mediator supervising ancient covenants, connecting both worlds through sacred responsibilities and duties. Curious about the mysterious covenant, Reiji asked the rabbit official to explain its true purpose, despite realizing he had already revealed much. The rabbit official explained the covenant prohibited unnecessary travel between worlds while preventing reckless hoarding of valuable skill orbs. Continuing the explanation, the rabbit official revealed an old theory claiming skill orbs circulated between their world and the shadow world. Understanding the concept, Reiji realized disappearing skill orbs from one world appeared within the other, maintaining balance between both realms. After considering, Reiji concluded the covenant existed to prevent either world from monopolizing skill orbs through unfair accumulation. Reiji was shocked after the rabbit official revealed Professor Hinger authored the famous research, explaining skill orbs in ancient languages. Recognizing his former teacher, Reiji learned Professor Hinger became Fulcia's greatest scholar before disappearing during the devastating Continental War. The rabbit official explained almost every record written by Hinger vanished, leaving only a single surviving copy inside his private library. Curious about his teacher's legacy, Reiji eagerly asked whether Professor Hinger still had surviving family members who escaped the terrible conflict. The rabbit official revealed Hinger's daughter married an imperial magician, leaving only one granddaughter as his remaining direct descendant. The rabbit official recalled Professor Hinger's brilliant granddaughter, Leloucha, describing her as an intelligent child who inherited remarkable academic talent. Outside, worried officials debated whether the mysterious child of disaster had become another dangerous mediator, threatening the world's fragile balance. The rabbit official rejected harming Reiji, while another official prepared troops against the feared child of disaster instead. The rabbit official believed the unknown enemy intended eliminating the child of disaster before greater danger threatened both worlds. Leaving the palace grounds, Reiji reunited with Leloucha, who embraced him after fearing they would never meet each other again. Relieved after finding Reiji safe, Leloucha begged him never to disappear without saying goodbye before promising she cherished him. While resting, Leloucha learned officials had established a commission investigating Duke Riviere and searching every corner of his estate. Gathering her courage, Leloucha nervously asked Reiji to listen, because an important request weighed heavily upon her heart from today. Reiji agreed to hear Lelouch's concerns as urgent news spread through Duke Avegny's manor, alarming everyone inside without delay. Rushing toward Lord Ethan, Larenoa anxiously asked whether authorities truly intended killing Reiji, fearing the investigation had taken a terrifying direction. Larenoa reassured everyone Reiji remained safe, because the Holy King favored him, while Count Silis held no personal grudge. Concerned, Larenia admitted Lady Eva already suffered enough after Prince Louis's death and refused opposing Reiji through unnecessary conflict. Returning home, Lelouch greeted her father before requesting a private discussion, despite knowing he remained occupied with important noble responsibilities. Lord Avegny guessed Lelouch wished discussing Duke Riviere's investigation, though he noted her sudden interest in complicated political matters surprised him. Watching, Reiji admitted he never expected Lelouch to reach the same conclusion regarding Duke Riviere's suspicious circumstances before anyone else. Lelouch confirmed the evidence seemed overwhelming, while Lord Avegny concluded Duke Riviere's household had betrayed the kingdom. She questioned whether everything unfolded according to Lord Avegny's expectations, challenging his conclusions despite the uncomfortable atmosphere surrounding everyone. Watching, Reiji admired Lelouch's courage because she confronted inconvenient truths instead of avoiding difficult questions before her father. Lord Avegny questioned Lelouch's accusation, while Reiji watched as she insisted everything unfolded according to her father's plan. Lelouch declared Lord Avegny had investigated disappearing skill orbs long enough to identify the conspiracy's true mastermind behind everything. Although Lord Avegny challenged her status, Lelouch argued Duke Riviere remained one of the 6 great dukes, deserving greater consideration. Lord Avegny summarized Lelouch's accusation, claiming she believed he orchestrated every incident solely to expose the Great Duke's crimes. Activating her magic eye, Lelouch rejected that explanation because nobody could predict Prince Kervishrat's assassination. If Lord Avegny truly planned everything, Lelouch argued every unexpected disaster ultimately benefited Lord Avegny, despite unpredictable events, including Louis's death and the serpent's devastating appearance. Continuing her reasoning, Lelouch claimed the imprisoned assassin was murdered before being transported into Duke Riviere's estate through planted agents. Lord Avegny praised Lelouch's impressive hypothesis, yet questioned why he would ever arrange Prince Kervishrat's assassination himself. Without hesitation, Lelouch admitted Lord Avegny never intended Prince Kervishrat's death, because such a reckless scheme would inevitably fail. Instead, Lelouch concluded Lord Avegny expected Lord Ethan to detect the poison, exposing the assassination attempt before anyone suffered fatal consequences. Lelouch revealed Lord Avegny's greatest mistake was allowing Reiji to notice the poisoned meal before Lord Ethan discovered the assassination attempt. Seeking confirmation, Lelouch questioned Maxim about the antidote, proving Lord Avegny had anticipated someone might require immediate treatment that day. Lelouch repeated her father's accusations against Duke Riviere before drawing attention toward an important contradiction within the official investigation. Lelouch argued both accusations required equal evidence, questioning why Lord Avegny accepted embezzlement while doubting Duke Riviere's involvement in the attempted murder. Presenting her conclusion, Lelouch declared Lord Avegny already knew Duke Riviere had never orchestrated Prince Kervishrat's assassination attempt. Hearing Lelouch's reasoning, Lord Avegny praised her remarkable growth, insisting her careful thinking reflected her own abilities, rather than his teachings. Confused, Reiji wondered whom Lord Avegny credited for shaping Lelouch into such an insightful young noblewoman today. Accepting Lelouch's deductions, Lord Avegny admitted one important question still required clarification before he could accept her conclusion. Lord Avegny questioned the assassin's identity, arguing the criminal appeared unrelated to Duke Riviere, despite every accusation surrounding the investigation. Lord Avegny revealed the assassin was a baron's son exposed for embezzling skill orbs before facing inevitable execution. Lelouch insisted crimes deserved lawful judgment, while Reiji realized Lord Avegny had protected the criminal's frightened family through negotiation. Refusing, Lelouch argued exposing injustice through another injustice betrayed true justice, especially while Duke Riviere faced Lady Eve's painful situation. Reiji realized ordinary children, like Lady Eve, struggled accepting harsh political realities, despite becoming legal adults under kingdom traditions. Addressing EVA, Lord Avegny explained absolute justice never existed because different people inevitably reached conflicting conclusions about what remained morally right. Lord Avegny argued desperate traitors sometimes committed wrongdoing to survive, but Lelouch rejected his reasoning as nothing more than dangerous sophistry. Lord Avegny urged Eva to question everything, warning that relying only upon existing beliefs could lead her toward mistaken conclusions. Observing Eve's reactions, Lord Avegny suggested Reiji's influence had made her thinking rigid, instead of remaining flexible toward different possibilities. Lord Awakener then claimed Reiji might have deceived Evie for personal advantage, leaving her stunned because she rejected that accusation. Unable to remain silent, Reiji admitted Lord Awakener possessed understandable motives, yet confessed he had ignored many injustices committed throughout his career. Reiji announced he would cancel his contract with the Sileese family, shocking Eva and everyone present nearby. Eva stopped Reiji, apologized for misunderstanding him, and begged him to remain beside the Sileese family, despite everything. Reiji refused immediate reconciliation, explaining he had already uncovered important truths and still intended to terminate their long-standing contract. Although Lord Awakener congratulated Reiji, he warned abandoning noble protection would expose him to dangerous conspiracies from influential aristocratic families. Reiji accepted that losing noble ties could become advantageous, believing independence would help him pursue future goals without political restrictions. Watching Reiji depart, Lord Awakener cautioned that the 6 great houses would certainly oppose any lower noble, challenging their established authority. Lord Awakener admitted protecting Reiji had become a dangerous political burden because powerful nobles would exploit every possible weakness. Reiji stood speechless after learning the 6 great dukes demanded the surrender of the black-haired child of disaster. Outside, Reiji sensed hundreds of armed soldiers surrounding the estate while recalling the duke had predicted this confrontation beforehand. Even so, Lord Awakener revealed he had intended defending Reiji with his honor, despite abandoning that risky plan. Watching events unfold, Eva admired the duke's remarkable foresight, while Larinoa believed he had already prepared another hidden solution ahead. Reiji learned Duke Awakener's private army surrounded the mansion, leaving Eva frightened, while everyone awaited his decisive response without hesitation. Lord Awakener demanded Reiji choose between supporting Evie or joining his greater cause, making the young girl burst into tears. Despite crying, Eva remembered Reiji had saved her life and begged him not oppose the kingdom's celebrated hero alone recklessly. Smiling calmly, Reiji appreciated Eva's concern before revealing confidence in defeating Duke Awakener's private army, despite overwhelming odds ahead alone. Reiji declared protecting Eva mattered more than rewards, exposing his true purpose while confronting Lord Awakener without fear whatsoever onward. Reiji refused to leave because protecting Eva remained his priority, while mocking Curvin's kingdom despite its reputation for discrimination everywhere. Turning toward Eva, Reiji invited her to accompany him, giving the emotional girl renewed hope after everything she endured. Eva accepted Reiji's outstretched hand, astonishing Lord Awakener as she chose Reiji's side, despite the pressure surrounding her decision. Reiji revealed he had recently taken Eva to the church, preparing another revelation that caught Lord Awakener's attention. Lord Awakener realized Eva opposed him, while Reiji proved loyalty could never be forced through authority or intimidation. Reiji revealed he had already dissolved the contract binding Eva, leaving Lord Awakener stunned after realizing his control had disappeared. Reiji explained holy water circulated mana throughout Eva's body, allowing the contract to dissolve without requiring intervention from a high-ranking priest. Because Eva possessed exceptional mana and the rare mana control skill, she alone could perform the difficult purification process herself. Remembering previous contracts, Reiji recognized Eva's situation, although he never expected Lord Awakener had placed one upon her. Hearing the truth, Lord Awakener questioned Eva before she confirmed, remembering everything, exposing his manipulation beyond any remaining doubt. Eva admitted, remembering her mother's death after the contract disappeared, while Reiji reassured her the painful tragedy was never her fault. Eva explained the contract demanded absolute obedience and silence about her mother's death, while Reiji apologized for restoring those painful memories. Accepting the past with determination, Eva decided confronting those memories was necessary before moving forward with her own future. Lord Awakener begged Eva to remain beside him, yet she walked away with Reiji despite his emotional pleas and panic. Leaving the mansion, Eva asked Reiji whether he believed she or her father truly stood on the righteous side. Reiji admitted neither Eva nor Lord Awakener was right, believing both acted despite allowing misunderstandings to deepen their painful conflict. An elven commander blocked their escape with Duke Awakener's soldiers, demanding Reiji surrender Eva before the surrounding army resorted to force. After hearing the threat, Eva understood Lord Awakener valued her, while Reiji accepted escaping alive would become impossible without fighting. Eva refused to hand Reiji over, declaring she would never abandon the person she treasured above everyone else. Surprised by Eva's determination, Reiji claimed defeating everyone present would be easy once he fought with complete seriousness. Reiji synchronized with Eva's magic eye, gaining remarkable confidence while discovering her inspiration strengthened his abilities during battle. The elven commander admitted Reiji's strength exceeded expectations, explaining the 100 accompanying soldiers existed only to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Although Reiji wished to avoid fighting, he refused surrender, realizing allowing everyone to leave would never satisfy the opposing force. Eva encouraged Reiji to clear their path, declaring complete faith in him despite the overwhelming number of enemies surrounding them. Reiji unleashed powerful wind magic, scattering charging soldiers and leaving every witness shocked after his unexpected elemental attack. Vines trapped Lady Larinoa before Reiji and Eva continued walking forward, believing the confrontation should have ended without further unnecessary resistance. Before they escaped, an authoritative voice ordered everyone to cease fighting, while Larinoa admitted Reiji possessed far more magic. A powerful mounted commander arrived beside the battlefield, halting both sides as frightened soldiers awaited his decision, without daring to interfere. Margrave Mill took command, ordering every soldier to lower their weapons before addressing the growing conflict himself. Margrave Mill approached Reiji, proposing they settle the conflict through personal strength instead of dragging countless soldiers into unnecessary battle together. Reiji recognized Margrave Mill's arrival, while Lady Larinoa identified another formidable warrior entering the already tense confrontation. Margrave Mill declared the gathered soldiers could never capture Reiji, insisting the situation required a different approach before further violence erupted. Lady Larinoa warned attacking would create disaster, but Margrave Mill remained determined to confront Reiji, despite everyone's growing concern surrounding the conflict. Searching his belongings, Margrave Mill revealed the Holy King's crest, proving his authority while refusing to ignore the escalating situation. Margrave Mill ordered Reiji and Eva to return home, promising he would resolve the dangerous conflict, threatening everyone gathered there. Reiji appreciated Margrave Mill's concern but explained the problem extended beyond temporary solutions, making future confrontation almost impossible to avoid. Holding the Holy King's authority, Margrave Mill challenged Reiji, demanding obedience unless the young swordsman accepted fighting him instead. Reiji sighed with disappointment, admitting battling Margrave Mill felt far more troublesome than facing Duke Avegni's 100 soldiers before this encounter. Meanwhile, Urk hurried toward the battlefield with another companion, hoping to catch Margrave Mill before the inevitable duel started ahead. Lord Ethan arrived beside Lady Milla, declaring his independence from House Avegni before supporting Reiji during the growing confrontation together. Urk refused to let Reiji fight alone, determined to protect the man who had rescued her precious companions before. Margrave Mill rejected Urk's protest, insisting people who forged their own paths should watch instead of interrupting his challenge. Explaining the duel's authority, Margrave Mill entrusted his belongings to Milla before preparing himself for an honorable battle before everyone. Accepting the challenge, Reiji recognized Margrave Mill sought an honest duel, then prepared himself for the awaited battle. Reiji raised his weapon with determination, declaring he would force Margrave Mill aside if peaceful negotiation could no longer succeed. Margrave Mill praised Reiji's courage, welcoming his fighting spirit while predicting the duel would end with a single decisive strike. Remembering Margrave Mill's overwhelming strength, Reiji realized blocking the veteran warrior's powerful attacks would prove difficult during their duel. Determined to finish everything, Reiji launched the opening attack before Margrave Mill reacted with astonishing speed beyond his expectations. Margrave Mill intercepted Reiji's strike, surprising the young swordsman before challenging him to overcome his overwhelming combat ability next. Reiji matched Margrave Mill's immense strength, refusing to yield while Eva and Milla watched their fierce struggle with growing concern. Trusting World Ruler's analysis, Reiji reassured Eva before reading Margrave Mill's movements and creating a perfect opening to counterattack. Slipping behind Margrave Mill, Reiji believed victory belonged to him, but the veteran instantly blocked his unexpected finishing strike instead. Reiji launched another decisive attack, yet Margrave Mill caught his sword barehanded, leaving the young fighter stunned before everyone. Despite broken fingers and a shattered axe, Margrave Mill declared true victory belonged to whoever remained standing until the battle ended. Reiji seized Margrave Mill's momentum, throwing the veteran across the battlefield, while Eva and Milla watched the unexpected reversal with shock. Standing over Margrave Mill, Reiji prepared darkness magic and urged surrender, refusing to make Eva or Lady Milla witness needless suffering. Margrave Mill burst into laughter before admitting defeat, praising Reiji as the only fighter who remained standing after their fierce duel. Calling Milla closer, Margrave Mill instructed her to deliver the Holy King's crest into Ethan of Egni's hands. Entrusting Ethan with the king's authority, Margrave Mill accepted the outcome, while Reiji and Eva observed beneath the peaceful night sky. Urk announced Margrave Mill had released Reiji, allowing the Knights of Avegni to withdraw after their exhausting confrontation finally ended taking command. Urk ordered the first squad to accompany her while sending every remaining soldier home without causing further unnecessary conflict. Relieved by the peaceful outcome, Urk regained confidence, while Margrave Mill reminded Reiji that protecting others remained every noble's true responsibility. Margrave Mill praised Reiji for copying Grenjit's throwing technique after witnessing it only once during their intense battle together. Walking away, Margrave Mill admitted Reiji's unexpected technique defeated him, leaving both warriors smiling after their memorable duel concluded. Reiji found himself inside an ordinary classroom, wondering whether he had returned to his former world before the mysterious battle. Teacher Nan entered the classroom, leaving Reiji stunned because her familiar appearance resembled someone from his fantasy adventure. Embarrassed by everyone's attention, Reiji blamed his coughing fit while convincing himself Teacher Nan remained only his social studies instructor. As the quiz began, Reiji's classmate teased him about Teacher Nan, making the confused student struggle to hide his awkward reaction. Pushing aside his lingering doubts, Reiji concentrated on the quiz, believing solving the strange mystery could wait until another opportunity arrived. Reiji panicked after reading impossible examination questions, realizing the school tested knowledge from a completely unfamiliar modern timeline instead. While struggling through every question, Reiji noticed Teacher Nan watching the classroom, strengthening his suspicion that reality had changed. Remembering World Ruler, Reiji activated the familiar skill, hoping its extraordinary ability could explain the bizarre examination before him. Ancient characters filled Reiji's vision before revealing unexpected details about ordinary paper, proving World Ruler still functioned, despite everything changing. After finishing the examination, Reiji encountered Lickwire near the infirmary, where Mimino examined fresh injuries and questioned another suspicious incident. Lickwire insisted his injuries came from an accident, but Mimino examined his wounds and doubted the unbelievable explanation he offered. Despite boasting about defeating another student with ease, Lickwire exposed his arrogance while Mimino dismissed his excuse as unbelievable. Preparing to leave, Lickwire froze after Mimino produced a bubbling homemade medicine, making him question whether treatment would become even worse. Mimino squeezed strange ingredients into the mixture, causing Lickwire's confidence to disappear as the unsettling remedy became suspicious. Smiling innocently, Mimino presented the completed salve for treatment, while Lickwire stared at the bizarre substance with growing disbelief. Mimino introduced another homemade medicine, while Lickwire panicked after realizing she intended testing the strange creation on him instead. Ignoring his complaints, Mimino encouraged Lickwire to consider the treatment valuable research, though he rejected becoming her unwilling experiment. Reiji left while their argument continued, overhearing Mimino teasing Lickwire so fiercely that loud crashes echoed throughout the infirmary. Walking through the hallway, Reiji encountered Principal Dantes, who recognized the familiar disturbance and remarked those troublesome students never changed. Elsewhere, another Lickwire rested inside a tavern, leaving Reiji wondering whether everything surrounding the academy remained nothing. Reiji received a crafted mithril sword from the king's trusted noble, who insisted the weapon served as farewell gift. Although grateful, Reiji accepted the mithril blade, after realizing refusing the sincere present would disappoint its generous giver. Indeed. Before departing, Reiji expressed gratitude for everyone's kindness and asked them to deliver his respectful regards to His Majesty. Reflecting, Reiji concluded the noble differed from others because he acted with honesty instead of hidden schemes throughout everything involved. As night settled, Reiji mounted his horse and departed while Eva and the others watched, wishing him safe travels. Reiji bid farewell as the noble encouraged future visits, while Eva received warm wishes before everyone watched their departure. At night, Reiji and Eva rode through silent streets, leaving the noble estate behind while beginning their next journey. During the ride, Eva grew curious about Reiji's past and wondered where he had lived before arriving in this unfamiliar world. Reiji remembered growing up in rural Japan, where endless rice paddies surrounded the roads leading toward his high school. Eva listened with interest as Reiji explained rice paddies produced grain, helping her understand the unfamiliar scenery. While riding beside Eva, Reiji described peaceful life in Japan, recalling equal opportunities, education, and countless delicious foods. As Reiji continued reminiscing, unexpected homesickness surfaced, making Eva realize he still carried deep attachment toward the world he once left. Noticing Reiji's silence, Eva became concerned, but he reminded her their pursuers might still discover them before they traveled much farther. Reiji admitted he had no idea how to return home, accepting the painful truth while continuing their journey beside Lady Eva. Stopping, Reiji announced their farewell, leaving Eva stunned as she struggled to understand his sudden decision to separate from her. Eva panicked after Reiji announced their farewell, fearing she had offended him, but Reiji reassured her she had done nothing. Eva tackled Reiji onto the grass, admitting she had decided to stop him because she refused their sudden separation. Reiji urged Eva to return to the Count, reminding her father still needed her support, despite everything that had happened. Reiji explained, Eva alone could comfort her father, whose uneasy heart remained hidden beneath his stern appearance, despite his composed behavior. Holding back tears, Eva accepted Reiji's decision, after he confirmed leaving the Holy Kingdom remained necessary for the path ahead. Reiji encouraged Eva to embrace the vast world, believing a lifetime of travel would never reveal everything waiting beyond the distant horizon. Reiji reminded Eva their month together remained brief, yet believed fate would someday allow their paths to cross once again. Through tearful eyes, Eva asked Reiji to promise another reunion, while Reiji vowed he would always come whenever she needed him. After accepting Reiji's promise, Eva reminded him about the pledge from their earlier journey, bringing back an important forgotten agreement. Determined to believe him, Eva demanded Reiji swear he would return someday, while Reiji accepted the heartfelt promise. A gentle smile appeared through Eva's tears, after Reiji's sincere vow, allowing both to treasure their final moments before parting. Reiji stepped away from Eva as nearby knights witnessed the emotional farewell, respecting the difficult decision both accepted together. Mounting his horse, Reiji admitted he wished they could remain together forever, yet tearfully accepted saying goodbye to Lady Eva. Reiji wiped away his tears, realizing their emotional farewell had become the first time he cried in years. Zeri appeared and teased Reiji after witnessing everything, recognizing his heartbroken expression before stopping him along the quiet street. Embarrassed, Reiji denied experiencing romantic heartbreak, explaining his farewell with Eva differed from ordinary love stories or impossible relationships. Reiji praised Eva's kindness, admitting he only wished to support her happiness, despite believing nobody would understand those feelings. Changing the subject, Zeri joked about Reiji's growing debts, while both prepared themselves to continue living as wandering fugitives. Reiji admitted, returning the contract payment left him unable to clear his debts, while Zeri accepted his apology with quiet understanding. Reiji rejected remaining beside Count Ouroboros, because shelter alone could never protect anyone from the 6 great dukes forever. Sharing his belief, Reiji warned Zeri that people holding authority often posed greater dangers than ordinary enemies encountered. Continuing onward, Reiji noticed his clothes had become tighter after nearly 4 years passed since leaving his previous routine. Zeri praised Reiji's remarkable growth, yet continued calling him young master despite Reiji's embarrassed request otherwise. Reiji encountered Dantes, leaving the veteran warrior surprised because their reunion happened much sooner than anticipated together. Reiji explained her past assistance and described last night's events, helping Dantes understand their unexpected arrival and current situation. Arriving home, Dantes faced immediate scolding from his worried daughters, who suspected another night of heavy drinking. Meanwhile, Reiji and Zeri learned Dantes had earned a hopeless reputation because his reckless behavior often worried everyone around him. Flustered by everyone's accusations, Dantes insisted he had gone shopping early before meeting Reiji during the morning hours. Instead, Reiji reunited with Mimino and the others, who welcomed him before noticing the clothes she had sewn still fit. While explaining everything ended safely, Reiji admitted he could no longer remain inside the Holy Kingdom after his exposure. Hearing Reiji's story, Mimino condemned the corrupt nobles, believing their greed matched the worst aristocrats found across every nation. Reiji calmed Mimino, warning her against attacking nobles because yesterday's incident already created enough dangerous problems for everyone involved. Afterward, Dantes explained their punishment only reduced the guild's rank, leaving everyone relieved despite wondering what truly happened yesterday. Listening, Reiji wondered whether Dantes always behaved recklessly, while everyone accepted his unusual personality with amused expressions despite recent troubles. One daughter scolded Reiji, insisting he should accept responsibility because Dantes always became troublesome after meeting him during dangerous adventures. Smiling, Reiji accepted everyone's trust and promised he would remain under their care until the next stage of his journey. During a forest hunt, Dantes entrusted Reiji with finishing a charging wild boar, encouraging him to handle the dangerous beast. Reiji unleashed powerful wind magic, stopping the charging boar before following with flower magic to restrict its desperate movements. Reiji created a massive earth magic spear that pierced the trapped boar, ending the fierce battle with one strike. After confirming the monster's defeat, Reiji reported success while Meiji praised his achievement before inspecting the fallen beast together. Nearby, a frog-like driver arrived operating an enormous steam machine, leaving Reiji surprised by its impressive size and appearance. After removing the boar's heavy innards, Everyone prepared to transport the enormous carcass while encouraging Kitty to pull the difficult load. Bringing the gigantic boar into town attracted immediate attention, and many townspeople praised Reiji for defeating such an impressive monster. During the celebration, Dantes drank ale again, joking his restored body revived an irresistible love for alcohol. After recovery, watching Dante celebrate, Zeri joked curing his petrification might have created someone even more troublesome than before altogether. Before the gathering continued, Muj called Reiji over, because officials would soon begin assessing the gigantic boar for its official value. Muj introduced himself as a merchant from Lef, the Magic Empire, where Reiji's group planned to continue their journey together. After reuniting with the Silver Scales, Reiji proposed visiting Lef, because Lelouch's grandfather lived there, according to reliable information. The guild accepted a delivery request to Lef, giving Reiji's companions the perfect reason to enter the neighboring Magic Empire. Dantes welcomed the opportunity, explaining Lef fascinated travelers, because its remarkable magical inventions and advanced vehicles surpassed many neighboring countries. Studying books beforehand, Reiji discovered Lef possessed unusual customs, while reports confirmed most magical aircraft originated from that remarkable nation. Reiji learned Lef was founded by persecuted reptile demi-humans, whose independent nation flourished over their inability to use skill orbs. Because harsh lands produced few resources, Lef survived by exporting advanced magical technology while enforcing strict border inspections. After selling the gigantic boar, Reiji received an impressive reward, surprising everyone, because its value nearly matched defeating Count Ouroboros. Mluj explained Kitty's steam vehicle remained outdated compared with Lef's magical engine cars, though its reliable performance still impressed Reiji. Once the cargo was loaded, Dantes urged everyone onward, hoping to reach Old Man Hinger before sunset. Traveling across towering cliffs, the caravan prepared to enter the Magic Empire of Lef, where Lelouch's grandfather awaited. A tremendous explosion echoed across the landscape, forcing startled travelers to watch an enormous object descend from the distant sky. Everyone witnessed Lef's legendary magic aircraft, the Moonlit Beauty, unaware its sudden appearance would bring Reiji another dangerous adventure ahead. Reiji reached Lev Magic Empire staring across towering walls and the mysterious spire while realizing another important journey had begun. Guided by an experienced knight, Reiji entered the outer gate and learned the true capital awaited deeper inside the empire. Bustling streets revealed merchants, guilds, and travelers, as Reiji discovered the district welcomed countless outsiders seeking opportunities every single day. Mimino explained citizens could complete guild registration inside official offices, allowing newcomers easier access to opportunities throughout Lev Magic Empire. Remembering his unfinished application, Reiji hurried toward the guild office, before missing his chance to collect the required guild card. Reiji updated his guild certificate, while Zeri renamed their party Silver Scales, revealing her rank already exceeded his own. Receiving his bronze-ranked guild certificate, Reiji celebrated sincerely as his companions noticed how much the long-awaited achievement meant to him. Although mentally mature from 2 lifetimes, Reiji treasured his first official certification because slavery had denied him similar opportunities before. The veteran explained adventurers earned respect regardless of birthplace, while Reiji observed numerous foreigners gathering after another important quest appeared. Before investigating the unusual situation, Reiji unexpectedly encountered Dantes, whose sudden appearance hinted another significant meeting. Reiji's group encountered Leon and his hooded companions, discovering they had also arrived for another mission. Leon accused Mimino of theft, creating unexpected tension as confused companions watched the uncomfortable reunion grow increasingly hostile. Furious over the accusation, Mimino declared Leon had stolen Dante's future instead, leaving Reiji stunned by the serious confrontation. While companions restrained the enraged Mimino, Reiji questioned the mysterious man wearing a yellow cape among Leon's unusual traveling party. As tempers continued rising, Mimino urged Reiji to strike Leon, drawing everyone deeper into the escalating conflict without understanding its history. Leon mocked Reiji and Mimino without restraint, provoking a fight, while boasting they would never survive against his overwhelming strength. Reiji learned Leon now belonged to the famous Gold Brigade, the elite party where Dantes once fought before becoming petrified earlier. Confident in his success, Leon invited Dantes to rejoin Gold Brigade, promising unmatched achievements, despite abandoning his previous companions behind. Before further discussion continued, the veteran demanded Leon apologize to Mimino first, refusing to ignore the painful accusations anymore. The veteran explained Mimino sacrificed her savings and even party funds to save Dantes, though hiding everything had still been wrong. Dantes defended Mimino, warning Leon he would never forgive anyone insulting the companion who faithfully saved his life. The veteran revealed Reiji surpassed both of them in strength, shocking Leon after mocking someone far stronger than before. Reiji watched Leon receive another lesson about judging appearances instead of understanding another adventurer's true abilities. Leon prepared another argument until a hooded companion ended the dispute, insisting their important journey should continue without trouble or delays. Leon vowed Gold Brigade would someday achieve mithril rank with or without Dante's, ending the tense encounter inside the Empire. Reiji received news that Emma and her daughter Lulucia might arrive soon, giving everyone renewed hope while preparations continued nearby. Unable to find available rooms, Reiji and his companions settled into a temporary campsite until Emma's arrival could be confirmed later. Gathered around the campfire, the veteran recalled meeting Non shortly after her mother passed away, changing both their futures forever. He explained, joining Dante's party as a dependable tank because supporting Non alone could no longer cover their growing daily expenses. Later Mimino remembered joining the party while Dante's earned widespread recognition throughout adventuring circles as the famous Silver Great Shield. The veteran explained Leon admired legendary heroes, joining the famous Gold Brigade despite its members changing over many recent years. Mimino argued Leon lacked true heroic qualities, then everyone became confused after learning Reiji's accomplishments had inspired a popular heroic song. Non admitted Reiji's victory against Ouroboros had already become a famous ballad, leaving him completely shocked by the surprising revelation. The veteran explained wandering bards witnessed Reiji shining atop Ouroboros, making him resemble the legendary champions celebrated. Embarrassed by the attention, Reiji insisted defeating Ouroboros required everyone's support, especially Non's holy magic, instead of his strength alone. While everyone discussed Reiji's fame, his companion stopped another embarrassing misunderstanding before revealing more unexpected stories about his reputation. Zeri wanted to hear the heroic ballad, but Reiji became nervous after imagining how wandering bards had exaggerated everything. Scattered coins exposed Zeri's hidden fortune, prompting Reiji to question where the mischievous catgirl had obtained so much unexpected money. Zeri insisted she earned everything, though her explanation revealed she had won the fortune through illegal gambling dens, targeting inexperienced adventurers. Laughing, Zeri admitted defeating a careless gambler wearing a yellow cape, leaving the veteran recognizing Leon as her unlucky opponent. Later, the companions visited Curvain's 4th district, where crowds applauded a traveling bard performing heroic songs before curious audiences daily. Hearing the familiar performance, Reiji noticed 2 elegant spectators requesting another verse, while Zeri continued arguing about her remaining debt. Reiji discovered Emma had passed away, while Lulucia remained unreachable, forcing his companions to abandon their original search plans. The veteran urged Reiji to ignore official offices, believing their group could locate Lulucia through independent investigation across the Empire. Accepting another assignment, the veteran explained entering the Empire became possible after Mij guaranteed their credibility before local authorities together. Non explained the accepted mission required adventurers accompanying an official merchant, while Reiji learned Mij had recommended their entire party. Walking toward their destination, Reiji regretted never meeting Emma, realizing Elder Hinger's important message now belonged only to Lulucia alone. Reiji's companions questioned mysterious orders preventing Lulucia's meeting, deciding reaching the imperial capital remained their highest priority before investigating further. Mimino suspected political complications behind the restrictions, while everyone accepted entering the capital first offered their safest path toward answers. Inside the Empire, officials restricted foreign movement, requiring Reiji's group to wear tracking bracelets throughout their authorized travels across designated areas. Using World Ruler, Reiji discovered the bracelet monitored each wearer's location and emotional condition through an advanced magical surveillance system. Descending the broad staircase, Reiji disliked constant surveillance until Mij arrived aboard a strange vehicle, surprising the entire traveling party. Mij's strange vehicle stalled, forcing Dante's to push the heavy machine while Reiji watched the impressive display with admiration nearby. After restarting, Mij mentioned purchasing the gigaboat cheaply before Reiji asked about their accepted assignment together. Mij explained mysterious bandits had stolen the famous flying warship Moonlit Beauty while their caravan traveled across another important trade route. Learning about Moonlit Beauty, Reiji discovered the remarkable airship relied upon the Empire's advanced magical technology for successful flight across kingdoms. Mij revealed the kingdom wanted revolutionary airship technology surpassing Moonlit Beauty's incredible magical engineering achievements. Mij began explaining imperial technology, while Reiji and Zeri struggled following the complicated discussion about adventurers and skilled craftsmen. Non explained the Empire recovered advanced equipment from ancient emotion dungeons, forming the foundation behind countless remarkable technological discoveries nationwide. Lige revealed 9 emotion dungeons existed, although only 3 had been conquered while 6 dangerous locations still resisted every expedition. He continued explaining 4 unconquered dungeons remained under investigation, each managed because every location demanded different research and exploration efforts. Hearing it, Reiji realized conquering additional dungeons required greater strength, despite concerns about trusting adventurers with important national secrets. Lige revealed Lulushia was a rare half-human, suggesting she likely worked within Lev Empire's important 4th Department headquarters already. Hearing the possibility, Reiji learned Lulushia probably researched the dangerous Dungeon of Fear, surprising everyone with the unexpected connection before them. Lige confirmed almost no half-humans lived inside Lev, convincing the companions they had discovered Lulushia's current whereabouts through careful investigation. Encouraged by the discovery, Reiji agreed their mission should continue inside the Dungeon of Fear while searching for Lulushia together. Arriving, the receptionist criticized Lige's struggling business, then apologized after realizing Reiji's group worked alongside his company. Reiji encouraged Lige before promising their expedition would restore his company's reputation, despite relying upon outdated steam-powered transportation. Grateful, Lige accepted Reiji's determination, while explaining recovering heroic equipment could repay everyone's generous support and kindness. Reiji promised finding valuable heroic equipment would repay Lige. Though Mimino warned accomplishing such an ambitious goal remained extremely difficult ahead, the veteran suggested purchasing Reiji's equipment first, explaining the expedition's enormous reward could easily finance future church construction and additional expenses. Entering the shop, Reiji admired countless weapons and armor, while Non introduced a recently purchased magical item inside. Reiji examined his first newspaper, discovering printed text existed, while Lige noticed his unusual curiosity toward ordinary technology everywhere. Inspecting magical equipment, Reiji realized Lev Empire's technology differed from familiar continents, because skill compatibility determined every important design decision. Lige demonstrated an armored gauntlet, explaining ancient magic transformed the equipment into a defensive shield, capable of repelling incoming attacks. Although resembling a combat gauntlet, the unusual device actually functioned differently, leaving Reiji fascinated by the unique magical craftsmanship traditions. Lige explained ancient magic gear remained difficult to reproduce, while Reiji learned forgotten techniques still surpassed modern magical engineering. Although researchers understood certain principles, countless ancient technologies remained incomplete, because nobody could analyze or recreate their original functions. Leaving the shop, Non remembered an unfinished gift, surprising Reiji by revealing she had secretly purchased something during their visit earlier. Non presented crafted enchanted clothes, explaining they provided magical resistance, stronger defense, temperature control, and automatic self-repair capabilities together. Grateful for Non's thoughtful present, Reiji thanked her before noticing the outfit contained far more enchantments than he expected. Morning arrived as Reiji prepared for the dungeon expedition, greeting everyone while birds circled above the peaceful city. A turtle driver welcomed Reiji aboard the carriage, while Dante's confirmed their destination and accepted sharing dungeon rewards with him. Reiji revealed Mimino had given him enchanted clothes, inspiring his new blonde hairstyle that matched hers before their adventure. Wearing the lightweight outfit, Reiji discovered powerful enchantments, providing automatic repair, temperature control, durability, magic resistance, and excellent comfort. Mimino explained the flower-based enchantments required little mana, while Reiji admired her craftsmanship as their carriage approached the dungeon. The platform descended into the deep dungeon, where Mimino clung to Reiji because riding the swaying magic elevator frightened her. Their turtle driver explained the sturdy elevator transported heavy equipment using ratchet gears, reassuring everyone throughout the slow descent together. Reiji learned merchants supervised adventurers inside the dungeon, while the driver expressed confidence because experienced companions would protect the entire expedition. Dante's reminded the group he remained essential, since carrying valuable dungeon loot back required his remarkable strength and reliable support. The merchant explained dungeons yielded magic stones and heroic equipment, introducing the valuable treasures awaiting Reiji and his companions below. The party reached the enormous dungeon entrance, where its frightening stone face reminded Dante's of countless imperial elites. Reiji and his companions entered the ancient dungeon, realizing their true adventure had finally begun beyond the massive gateway. Everyone admired the spotless corridors, while Dante's expressed surprise that the ancient dungeon remained preserved despite thousands of passing years. Reiji concluded the walls repaired themselves with mana, prompting the group to avoid destroying heroic equipment and valuable automatons. Mimino connected the dungeon's emotions to its deadly traps, while the merchant warned those mechanisms posed greater danger than ordinary monsters. Reiji explained the dungeon's emotional traps might awaken hidden fears, making escape impossible, unless adventurers resisted overwhelming psychological pressure and panic. The party agreed mental attacks posed the greatest threat, despite knowing little about the mysterious dungeon's true nature. The merchant revealed their enchanted bracelets would warn everyone before dangerous mental disturbances appeared, encouraging the group to leave if necessary. Although previous adventurers never returned, Mimino encouraged everyone to stay focused instead of worrying about uncertain dangers hidden deeper inside the dungeon. Silent human-shaped figures appeared ahead, leaving Dante shocked after realizing those strange statues were something other than ordinary automatons. Reiji concluded the enormous statues could not move, leading the party to suspect the silent chamber concealed a dangerous riddle instead. Several cautious hours passed, yet Mimino felt increasingly uneasy as the empty corridors remained completely unchanged throughout. Reiji noticed the endless hallway contained identical statues without any trace of previous adventurers, making the dungeon seem unnatural. The group realized every passage looked alike, raising doubts because a famous dungeon should never consist of one endless straight corridor. Suddenly the Beastkin companion sensed unfamiliar people, while everyone noticed the surrounding air shifting before preparing for an unexpected encounter ahead. After hours of exploration, Dantes welcomed nearby voices, believing meeting other people would be safer than facing unknown dungeon dangers alone. The party entered a vast chamber where Leon's expedition recognized them, mocking the merchants and questioning their unexpected presence inside. Refusing intimidation, the turtle merchant declared his group had official permission to explore the dungeon and would never retreat before Leon's company. Leon's companions ridiculed smaller merchant groups, accusing them of profiting from heroic equipment, while treating independent companies with complete disrespect. Reiji observed the confrontation as the merchant rejected Leon's insults, exposing the opposing group's arrogance toward ordinary dungeon explorers. Reiji defended the merchants, explaining their homeland depended on imported goods, despite leading the world in magical production and craftsmanship. Ignoring every insult, Reiji declared Leon's nation relied on outside trade for food, clothing, and countless essential everyday necessities everywhere. Reiji insisted merchants maintained international connections, making Leon's prosperous country possible, despite constant disrespect toward honest commerce and trade. The turtle merchant realized Reiji respected merchants, while everyone witnessed the usually calm boy openly expressing justified anger. Reiji restrained himself, choosing to postpone any confrontation, despite admitting he would fight whenever circumstances truly demanded action later. Suddenly, Leon's group sensed approaching danger, prompting everyone to prepare defensive positions, while experienced adventurers warned others to remain behind them. An enormous automaton detected the intruders and activated, confirming the terrifying guardian awaited every expedition entering the ancient dungeon halls. Reiji faced the awakened automaton, realizing the mysterious guardian possessed unknown strength beyond anything his companions had encountered. After observing, Reiji ordered everyone to avoid reckless attacks while Mimino and Non protected the merchant Muge from danger. Dantes suggested luring the automaton toward the platform's edge, believing the group could defeat it without risking losses. The reptilian adventurer rejected that strategy, arguing a functioning automaton held tremendous value and should never be discarded again. Leon opposed reckless greed, warning nobody understood the automaton's true strength and survival mattered more than claiming valuable ancient treasures first. The automaton advanced toward Reiji and Dantes, forcing everyone to brace themselves while watching its mysterious attack pattern unfold first. The ancient guardian released an invisible command that echoed across the chamber, urging every intruder to tremble before it. Dante staggered as overwhelming fear engulfed his mind, leaving the veteran warrior unable to maintain his steady defensive stance anymore. Reiji, Leon, and the surrounding adventurers collapsed, overwhelmed by terrifying mental pressure that shattered their composure. Mimino and Non watched in confusion as the motionless party trembled before the automaton, while Dante struggled to resist its influence. The warning bracelet sounded immediately, confirming the automaton's terrifying mental attack had begun affecting Reiji, Dantes, and every nearby adventurer. Reiji recognized the overwhelming fear was artificial, forcing himself forward until Dantes shattered the automaton's attack with a powerful battle cry. Breathing heavily, Reiji realized the automaton used mental manipulation exactly as the merchants had warned before entering the ancient dungeon. Mimino confirmed Muge's team and Leon's bodyguards remained unaffected, proving only those approaching the automaton suffered its frightening influence first. Non quickly restrained Mimino, warning that approaching the afflicted adventurers would expose everyone to the same dangerous mental attack. Reiji fought the terrifying fear, refusing to surrender while Dantes urged him backward before confronting the advancing automaton. Emily unleashed her strongest flame attack, striking the automaton and forcing its targeting system to shift toward her dangerous position instead. Seeing the machine charge forward, Leon shouted for Emily to escape before rushing ahead and pulling her away from the spinning automaton. Reiji noticed his trembling stopped after the attack. Realizing the automaton's mental manipulation had weakened once its attention changed toward Emily, the automaton crashed, chasing Emily relentlessly while Leon protected her, leaving Reiji searching for their next opportunity. Reiji gathered blazing flames, preparing his strongest spell while Leon urged everyone to retreat from the automaton. Combining powerful wind and fire magic, Reiji unleashed a massive flame tornado that engulfed the charging automaton. The devastating attack hurled the automaton, leaving everyone witness stunned by Reiji's overwhelming magical strength displayed. Dust filled the battlefield as everyone watched the damaged automaton, wondering whether Reiji's extraordinary attack had destroyed the ancient guardian. Smoke cleared, revealing the battered automaton still functioning despite cracked armor, proving the dangerous guardian remained capable of continuing the fierce battle. Despite its heavy damage, the battered automaton continued operating, prompting the reptilian merchant to insist the hired gold brigade deserved every reward. Standing his ground, Mudge argued Reiji had defeated the automaton, refusing dishonest claims while defending fair recognition for the young adventurer. Meanwhile, Non suggested invoking the god of trade, encouraging both parties to swear whose ownership claim truly deserved official recognition. Addressing the dispute, Leon criticized his employers, reminding everyone honorable adventurers valued reputation above selfish greed and personal profit. Watching Leon's reaction, Dantes expressed genuine surprise, realizing the proud adventurer rejected petty behavior, despite their fierce rivalry. Leon praised Reiji's remarkable talent before asking Dantes whether the gifted young adventurer could join his company. After defeating the powerful automaton, the expedition resumed, while a curious mage questioned Reiji about combining multiple spells during the battle. Confused by the question, Reiji explained he combined 10 spells, because both hands naturally allowed him to cast 5 each. Emily stared in disbelief at Reiji's answer, while Leon admitted the unbelievable feat deserved a detailed explanation after their expedition ended. Meanwhile, Mimino praised Reiji's extraordinary talent, making him realize Leon's companions were not as unreasonable as he first believed. Later, Dante suggested documenting the automaton's structure, allowing Reiji's perfect memory to preserve every important detail before they departed. Using World Ruler, Reiji explained his perfect memory allowed detailed analysis, helping everyone recover valuable automaton parts without missing important mechanisms. During their return journey, Non wondered why Reiji and Dante's collapsed earlier, while Muge identified the automaton's terrifying mental attack as the cause. Dantes concluded Leon's distant party escaped the attack because the automaton's mental manipulation worked only within limited range. Studying the battlefield, Reiji suggested the automaton targeted only a specific angle within its line of sight during combat. Mimino remembered the attack originated behind them, surprising everyone before Dantes accepted strange events happened inside mysterious dungeons. Reflecting, Reiji believed every dungeon followed hidden rules, insisting they had not uncovered the ancient mechanisms governing its behavior. Meanwhile, Dantes admitted genuine interest in witnessing how the Empire's strongest adventurers would challenge the mysterious ancient automaton during future expeditions. Reiji explained even elite adventurers from Lev would struggle because the dungeon's creator mastered magic beyond ordinary skill orb techniques. Considering everything, Reiji concluded solving the dungeon's hidden mysteries remained more important than relying solely on powerful skill orbs. Suddenly, Kitty noticed a strange oily smell, while Muj explained the wagon's lubricated axles naturally produced that distinctive scent instead. Non noticed the strange oil smell drifting, though everyone doubted another efficient automaton waited beyond the doorway. Growing suspicious, Reiji warned the party about possible traps after noticing the stone statues had changed positions without anyone seeing movement. Instead of fearing another attack, Dantes inspected the doorway, searching for hidden mechanisms that differed from previous chambers. After examining, Reiji realized the doorway contained a narrow slit absent elsewhere, making everyone suspect a concealed device operated nearby. Finally, Reiji connected the oil stain and strange scrape marks, concluding a spinning metal axle probably moved through the hidden slit. Reiji rejected the buzzsaw theory, explaining the doorway scratches proved the deadly blade would launch from another hidden location instead. Suddenly recalling an old movie, he shouted for everyone to duck before the concealed buzzsaw burst across the chamber, without warning. A spinning blade sliced through nearby machinery instead, smashing valuable equipment while the stunned group barely escaped the unexpected attack. Dust settled as everyone regained composure, leaving Dantes astonished that Reiji predicted the hidden attack originated from behind them. Relieved survivors questioned Reiji's deduction, while he credited the strange doorway abrasion for revealing the trap's true firing direction. Reiji explained the hidden tracks proved the deadly buzzsaw launched from behind, matching the dungeon's fear-based trap perfectly afterward. Everyone realized frightened victims collapsed exactly where the concealed blade expected, confirming Reiji's dangerous deduction about the mechanism completely. Relief spread across the group as Reiji admitted surviving depended upon remembering an identical trap encountered years before elsewhere. Examining every clue carefully, Reiji concluded the statues distracted intruders while secretly directing attention away from the genuine danger behind. Accepting the dungeon's danger, Reiji declared games offered excitement, but reality punished even the smallest mistake with immediate death. Without hesitation, Reiji ordered Zeri to lead, while promising overwhelming attacks from the beginning against newly approaching automatons together. Zeri charged fearlessly into battle, dodging repeated strikes before encouraging Reiji to eliminate the mechanical enemies without holding back. Explosions engulfed the chamber as hidden traps activated again, yet Reiji remained composed, while admiring the dungeon's dangerous design instead. Another wave of automatons emerged, forcing the exhausted party toward another fierce confrontation as Reiji prepared his next strategy. Following the memorial ceremony, Reiji visited the Holy Kingdom as everyone mourned Louis while the Holy King accepted responsibility peacefully. Facing Kurvlashrat, the former Holy King admitted his mistakes, requested continued friendship, and accepted blame for damaging Louis's hopeful future. Remembering Louis's dedication, Reiji acknowledged the prince always prioritized the kingdom, believing Kurvlashrat would have accepted sacrifice if circumstances demanded. Reflecting further, Reiji noted the former Holy King had also protected Lady Eva, proving his difficult choices served everyone sincerely. Finally, Reiji believed Louis would respect sincere repentance, encouraging Kurvlashrat to face the future, while honoring his friend's ideals forever. Hearing Reiji's words, the former Holy King realized his own father opposed Celise, leaving him stunned by the painful truth. Meanwhile, Milka proudly displayed her rare skill orb, earning Reiji's admiration before explaining its exceptional beauty, enhancing effect with cheerful confidence. After losing her engagement, Milka accepted the River family's downfall, deciding to improve her appearance and embrace a fresh beginning. Inviting Eva warmly, Milka encouraged frequent visits to the capital, even offering a room inside her mansion whenever she wished. Later, Eva admired Milka's graceful appearance before noticing a mysterious cloaked figure nearby, bringing their pleasant conversation to an unexpected halt. Charlotte discussed ancient records about the Child of Disaster, revealing only vague information about a black-haired figure who destroyed a nation. After thanking Charlotte, Lady Milka watched her promise further investigation, hoping future discoveries would uncover the forgotten truth behind those records. Suddenly, Milka discovered Eva and Lady Charlotte hiding inside bushes, pretending their unexpected eavesdropping happened through complete coincidence alone. Feeling embarrassed, Eva complimented Milka's appearance, struggling to hide her flustered expression after getting caught watching the private discussion. Smiling gently, Milka admitted she could not claim romantic feelings yet, but promised everyone she would continue supporting Reiji. Inside Lev Imperial Castle, officials questioned the 4th Exploration Department, while doubting Lulusha, because her human blood made many nobles suspicious. Meanwhile, several beastmen argued Lulusha could not use skill orbs, insisting summoning human adventurers had already become an unavoidable decision. Questioning the Emperor's judgment, another official learned Lulusha inherited Karl's bloodline, making her essential to developing powerful magical engineering technology. Soon, Lulusha commanded the captured automaton, demonstrating her inventions while skeptical observers watched the massive machine begin moving. Although magical lightning remained for only one final activation, Lulusha refused retreat and advanced with determination to prove her abilities. After uncovering the labyrinth, Reiji stood beside the ancient automaton, determined to overcome every challenge awaiting his expedition ahead. Watching Reiji's achievements, Dantes praised his remarkable abilities, while Leon accepted his own combat methods would no longer prove useful. Examining, Dantes celebrated its enormous value, explaining intact machines without magical lightning damage could transform future research efforts. Curious about the automaton, Reiji questioned Mimino, before concluding lightning magic remained the simplest method for defeating mechanical enemies. Considering another approach, Reiji wondered whether spirit magic could control emotions, although using it without skill orbs required extensive preparation first. Discussing spirit magic, Reiji asked thoughtful questions, while Emily explained divine magic should never interfere with nature's established laws. When Reiji proposed another theory, Mimino stopped him, reminding him their companions wanted to share every burden instead of watching alone. Hearing Emily's encouragement, Reiji realized his companions considered him family, leaving him surprised by their sincere trust and unwavering support. Inspecting the automaton, Reiji discovered powerful emotional control systems, yet found almost no mana circuits or recognizable energy source inside. Reiji concluded every labyrinth shared hidden links, believing the Silver Scales expedition had revealed the first important clue. Sharing his latest theory, Reiji proposed the entire labyrinth formed one enormous automaton, while every machine represented only a small component. Emily compared living dungeons to monsters, while Reiji suggested ancient warlocks created both labyrinths and their countless automatons together. Leon questioned moving pathways, until mysterious single routes convinced everyone. The unusual dungeon structure finally made perfect sense. Examining the walls, Reiji concluded magical mortar carried mana throughout the labyrinth, hiding every seam while sustaining countless ancient mechanisms inside. Finally, Reiji determined the dungeon continuously supplied mana to every automaton, allowing ancient guardians and emotional traps to function for centuries. Recalling the emotional trap, Mimino realized everyone had stood inside the central chamber, helping Reiji explain the automaton's hidden emotional control. Building upon Reiji's theory, Mimino suggested catalysts strengthened surrounding mana, allowing emotional control magic to spread across the enormous labyrinth rapidly. Reiji concluded everyone inside the giant automaton had unknowingly inhaled something, leaving Leon and the others astonished together. Meanwhile, another captured automaton emerged, leaving confused observers wondering how such mechanical creatures represented the Dungeon of Fear. Lulusha ordered a retreat because many soldiers were injured and their remaining magical lightning had nearly disappeared. Lulusha refused abandoning the investigation, explaining the expedition had discovered only one route while encountering ordinary automatons. Observing the simple obstacles, Lulusha questioned why the Dungeon of Fear contained challenges that seemed far less dangerous. Agreeing with her concerns, nearby beastmen warned everyone against retreating, fearing such actions might fulfill the dungeon's hidden intentions instead. Several officials dismissed the exploration department as cowards, insisting retreating through familiar paths presented no danger worth fearing during their mission. Answering their criticism, Lulusha revealed repeated reinforcement requests had received no responses, while missing envoys and adventurers remained unaccounted for. Lulusha realized their expedition might be trapped forever, after discovering defeated enemies never returned through the dungeon's only passage. Reiji suggested searching another route instead, while Muj questioned retreating because ordinary dungeons never guaranteed returning through previous entrances. Leon explained strange labyrinths often changed pathways, making familiar routes unreliable, despite everyone believing retracing their steps remained the safest choice. Reiji reasoned the warlock designed every dungeon without allowing adventurers to escape through luck, forcing careful solutions instead of guessing. Determined to continue, the group accepted Reiji's theory and prepared exploring deeper, because surviving required understanding the dungeon's hidden structure first. Studying the stone statues, Reiji concluded the chamber possessed rotational symmetry, making their curved passages the crucial key. Emily understood, while Mimino realized rotating the chamber changed every connected passage according to the statue's arranged positions inside. Impressed, Leon praised his insight, although Reiji credited his previous knowledge and world ruler for reaching the remarkable conclusion. Continuing his analysis, Reiji explained the exit required precise movement patterns, comparing the labyrinth's route to a carefully arranged combination lock. Before anyone tested, urgent reports announced a gigantic automaton approaching from ahead, forcing the expedition to prepare. Watching the advancing machine, Lulusha identified another unfamiliar automaton, resembling a three-eyed sphere, realizing their expedition faced another dangerous enemy ahead. Following Reiji's instructions, the expedition retraced earlier rooms, confirming reversed statue positions returned them to Leon's previous battlefield. Surveying the chamber, Leon noticed familiar surroundings, although every trace of the destroyed automaton had completely disappeared from the mysterious room. Sniffing the air, Mimino detected a faint scent of soot, convincing Reiji another automaton had removed every remaining piece of wreckage. Examining the soot, Reiji believed understanding the room's changing patterns would greatly improve everyone's chances of escaping the labyrinth. As their confidence returned, Reiji noticed Muj's cheerful mood, learning the recovered automaton parts would become valuable after leaving the dungeon. Muj celebrated the expedition's valuable discoveries, while Mimino imagined clearing the dungeon would erase her debts and secure everyone's future. Reiji warned the group against lowering their guard, reminding everyone the dangerous labyrinth remained far from conquered. Suddenly, the strange three-eyed automaton activated, releasing overwhelming fear that sent nearby soldiers collapsing as panic spread across the battlefield. Frightened beastmen recognized the terrifying machine's overwhelming presence, realizing its frightening aura alone threatened everyone surrounding the massive automaton. Lulusha ordered everyone not to provoke the automaton, but one terrified soldier fled, drawing the machine's immediate attention instead. The massive automaton charged forward, crushing fleeing soldiers beneath its heavy body as terrified survivors scattered across the battlefield in panic, watching comrades lose their limbs. Lulusha realized the automaton prolonged suffering, forcing everyone into overwhelming fear before killing them. As frightened soldiers screamed, the enormous automaton smashed through nearby walls, leaving Lulusha shocked, while survivors struggled to escape its assault. Suddenly, thick smoke covered, stopping the relentless automaton and giving wounded soldiers a precious opportunity to escape from danger. Staring through the drifting smoke, Lulusha sensed someone had intervened with remarkable power. Though the mysterious savior remained unseen, Leon organized the counterattack, assigning Mimino and Non to rescue survivors, while ordering Reiji to prepare their planned strategy. Ignoring Lulusha's warning, Leon charged the terrifying automaton first, drawing its attention and creating an opening for Reiji's attack. Watching the monster repeat its fearful command, Leon mocked the automaton, while Mimino struck its armored body without slowing its advance. Emily supported the battle from behind, allowing Reiji to unleash prepared magic, while trusting Leon could avoid the automaton's powerful attacks. Reiji released a massive flame tornado, surrounding the automaton with blazing winds, as his companions admired the overwhelming magical power. After unleashing Flame Tornado, Reiji approached the damaged automaton, believing it had stopped while remaining prepared for unexpected movement. Removing the intact central eye, Reiji ignored faint vibrations, hoping disabling the remaining core would prevent another sudden attack. Holding the recovered core, Reiji smiled. After confirming the enormous automaton had stopped moving, bringing relief to everyone watching the battlefield. Examining the wounded soldiers, Emily confirmed nobody faced critical injuries, while Leon praised Reiji's simple strategy for defeating the terrifying automaton. Thankful for the rescue, Lulusha expressed gratitude after Reiji defeated the automaton and healed her wounded soldiers, requesting his true identity. Reiji introduced himself as someone working for the Empire's 4th Dungeon Department, surprising Lulusha with his unexpected affiliation immediately. Recognizing her at last, Reiji greeted Lulusha, revealing he had hoped to meet the famous department chief for a long time. Lulusha apologized for delaying personal matters, urging everyone to survive first, while Reiji accepted her decision and focused on escape. Immediately taking command, Lulusha ordered status reports, counting wounded and mobile survivors, proving her leadership outweighed every concern during recovery. Crowds gathered around the defeated automaton as Lulusha prioritized evacuating the injured, reluctantly abandoning damaged machines to protect every survivor. Meanwhile, a lizard merchant revealed another automaton matching the defeated model, convincing Reiji the unexpected discovery could benefit future expeditions. Finally, the merchant organized a limited auction, restricting bids to local participants, so the valuable automaton received fair offers first. Before leaving the excavation site, Muj shared a theory about the automaton, helping Reiji connect several overlooked details. 3 days passed after the expedition ended, yet Reiji still received no payment, making the prolonged silence suspicious to everyone. Meanwhile, Mimino realized neither Reiji nor Muj had received any auction proceeds, confirming Lulusha still had not contacted them about everything. Reiji considered Mimino's explanation, believing Lulusha had become occupied with higher authorities, delaying the promised payment. Finally, Muj revealed the automaton sold for 1,000 imperial gold coins, leaving Reiji stunned by its astonishing value and significance. Muj headed toward the dungeon department while Reiji and Mimino continued together, hoping to receive overdue payment soon. Reiji reviewed his automaton research, realizing enemy behavior changed with nearby numbers, though stronger evidence remained necessary. Mimino suggested allowing Lulusha to report the emotional traps herself, believing official recognition mattered more than personal achievements this time. Reiji accepted it, agreeing cooperation with the Empire offered greater benefits than seeking individual credit despite their uncertain circumstances together. Later, the group concluded mana neutralizers offered the safest solution against emotional traps, though producing them required uncommon knowledge and valuable resources. Reiji explained masks and mana neutralizers weakened emotional traps, while Muj celebrated the valuable reward awaiting everyone after their successful expedition. After calculating the auction profits, Reiji confirmed the reward would erase Zeri's debt, while Muj received the largest allocated share. Zeri welcomed with relief, though Reiji believed leaving her a small debt would help preserve her determination and independence. Inside, Mimino waited with Reiji as an employee checked Lulusha's situation, leading their conversation toward his mysterious past. Reiji prepared to explain his painful childhood, revealing his life as a slave inside the 6th mine before gaining his freedom. Reiji admitted everyone already knew he had been a slave, yet nobody questioned his past because they respected his feelings and choices. Reiji praised his companions for trusting him completely, following without hesitation, despite knowing almost nothing about his background. Mimino burst into tears after hearing Reiji's painful memories, while Reiji accepted his past because it eventually led him toward genuine happiness. Realizing his wisdom, kindness, and journey all came from honoring his benefactor's final wish with unwavering resolve. Suddenly, someone entered the room searching for the silver scales, ending the heartfelt conversation as Reiji and Mimino turned toward the unexpected visitor. A senior official from the Public Relations Department arrived, only to discover their party leader remained absent elsewhere. The official questioned Reiji about Lulusha and the Rororo company, surprising him because they had purchased the valuable automaton. Soon, the official revealed the Rororo company faced fraud accusations, explaining his cousin intended to file a lawsuit against the suspicious business. They expressed Lulusha apologized for delaying personal matters, urging everyone to survive first, while Reiji accepted her decision and focused on escape. Immediately taking command, Lulusha ordered status reports, counting wounded and mobile survivors, proving her leadership outweighed every concern during recovery. Crowds gathered around the defeated automaton as Lulusha prioritized evacuating the injured, reluctantly abandoning damaged machines to protect every survivor. Meanwhile, a lizard merchant revealed another automaton matching the defeated model, convincing Reiji the unexpected discovery could benefit future expeditions. Finally, the merchant organized a limited auction, restricting bids to local participants, so the valuable automaton received fair offers first. Before leaving the excavation site, Muj shared a theory about the automaton, helping Reiji connect several overlooked details. 3 days passed after the expedition ended, yet Reiji still was imprisoned. Lulusha accepted her grim situation, realizing her efforts to protect the kingdom had ended in complete disaster. Lulusha recalled dedicating herself to improving the nation despite constant prejudice, believing her parents' ideals inspired every difficult decision she had made. Lulusha insisted every expedition member could verify her testimony, demanding investigators uncover the complete truth behind the false accusations. The investigator claimed Lulusha eliminated 7 missing expedition members, accusing her of hiding witnesses after influencing their loyalty against the kingdom. The investigator continued insulting Lulusha's heritage, leaving her speechless as the cruel interrogation became even more humiliating. Reiji and Mimino rejected the rebellion accusation, arguing Lulusha suffered discrimination because of her mixed. The official explained Lulusha faced execution within 10 days unless someone produced convincing evidence proving her complete innocence. Reiji and Mimino stood frozen after hearing the execution sentence, while prison guards informed Lulusha that unexpected visitors had arrived to meet her. Expecting Reiji instead, Lulusha entered the meeting room with uncertainty, only to pause after discovering an unfamiliar visitor waiting inside the chamber. Lulusha recognized the mysterious guest, leaving her astonished by the royal figure's unexpected appearance before the scheduled trial. Princess Anastasia questioned Lulusha's imprisonment, offering her full attention while carefully writing every response. Because the curse prevented normal speech, Anastasia invited Lulusha closer, then requested her palm, creating a private meeting where nobody else could overhear their exchange. After examining, Anastasia declared she never believed the rebellion accusation, reassuring her before continuing the important investigation. Lulusha maintained her innocence, explaining the missing expedition members likely remained trapped inside the dungeon after failing to escape the dangerous emotional traps. Outside, confused guards discussed Anastasia's mysterious visitor, while Lulusha continued describing how the dungeon traps caused the entire misunderstanding. Anastasia revealed she was a high elf royal serving, strengthening Lulusha's hope through her unexpected influence and authority. Anastasia promised to petition the emperor, determined to prove her innocence, before the investigation reached its conclusion. After expressing heartfelt gratitude, Lulusha wished Anastasia lasting happiness, while guards discussed the princess's circumstances and respected background. Anastasia encouraged Lulusha to keep believing, explaining testimony from the silver scales could still expose the truth and overturn every accusation against her. Vice Chief Abba prepared to collect the crucial testimony himself, threatening to control the investigation before anyone else could defend Lulusha. Lulusha asked Princess Anastasia for one final favor, prompting the surprised royal to listen with complete attention and genuine concern. Anastasia promised to thank Reiji, apologizing because she could only learn about his painful past through Lulusha. Outside the prison, Reiji and his companions agreed. Rescuing Lulusha came first, believing they still had enough time to prove her innocence. Soon Muj returned, covered in tomato stains, shocking everyone with his battered appearance after the disastrous visit there. Muj explained angry people pelted him with tomatoes and called him a swindler, confirming the Rosoro company had already become disgraced. Muj found the situation suspicious because the buyers admitted inspecting the automaton before payment, making their sudden accusations seem unreasonable. The group concluded someone had manipulated the situation, while Reiji realized another hidden conspiracy was unfolding behind the investigation. Reiji proposed returning to the Dungeon of Fear, believing the Forgotten Labyrinth still contained the evidence needed to clear Lulusha's name. Reiji explained they needed proof, suggesting the moving corridors concealed surviving expedition members whose testimony could overturn every accusation against Lulusha. Although uncertain anyone remained alive, Reiji believed finding even one survivor would strengthen their case and greatly improve Lulusha's chances of acquittal. The group postponed their departure, allowing Muj to finish maintaining Kitty, while preparing as many mana neutralizers as possible for the expedition. The expedition returned to the Dungeon of Fear, where Reiji studied the moving corridor map, while everyone searched the silent passages together. They discovered the dungeon's self-cleaning system had erased every trace of battle, leaving no corpses or broken automatons. Zeri detected the scent of blood ahead, leading Reiji to suspect someone had recently passed through the hidden corridors. The group discovered an unconscious Gold Brigade member, prompting Mimino to rush forward while everyone hoped the survivor remained alive. Enormous stone statues awakened above them, forcing everyone to realize dangerous guardians still protected the unexplored sections of the ancient dungeon. Reiji grabbed Mimino and escaped the crushing attack, reminding everyone that unexplored dungeons remained despite their previous successful expedition. Reiji carried Mimino away from the collapsing statues, while his companions urged them to escape before the chamber collapsed completely. Meanwhile, Muj started Kitty and accelerated through the collapsing passage, helping everyone retreat while enormous stone guardians smashed everything behind. The armored warrior fought fiercely against another charging statue, buying precious time as the others escaped deeper into safer corridors. Suddenly Mimino's tail grabbed the warrior and pulled him from danger, allowing Reiji to praise her sharp instincts afterward. Once the immediate danger passed, Mimino realized Reiji still carried her, blushing before asking him to put her down. Reiji confirmed he had never met the unconscious woman before, while everyone wondered what had happened to Leon and his companions. The rescued survivor explained their party became separated, insisting Leon would never abandon trusted comrades inside the dangerous dungeon. Soon the group examined mysterious runes, describing an offering of fear, asking Paulina to help interpret the strange ancient inscription. Paulina concluded the riddle concealed a secret path toward the dungeon's deepest area, but activating it opened a massive hidden pit. The survivor recalled falling into the enormous trap, leaving the group shocked by the terrifying ordeal they had endured. The rescued survivor thanked Reiji, while everyone realized another inscription about fear explained why she remained trapped alone. Zeri concluded the riddle described pathways changing, proving nobody could solve the dangerous mechanism without reliable companions together. Mimino realized every messenger Lulusha had dispatched likely became trapped inside the shifting corridors, explaining why none returned. Reiji volunteered to proceed alone first, believing following the messenger's route could reveal where the missing expedition members had disappeared before. Instead, the group advanced together and recovered abandoned belongings, confirming the altered pathways no longer separated them. After completing the investigation, Reiji uncovered solid evidence proving the messengers became lost, including an abandoned report. The group departed the dungeon, hoping every Gold Brigade member escaped safely while carrying valuable evidence clearing Lulusha's accusations. During the return trip, Muj revealed Kitty's improved performance, explaining extensive modifications transformed it into Super Kitty. Their conversation ended when a well-dressed reptilian businessman approached Muj, asking whether the silver scales still worked under him. Muj admitted the partnership continued, while the rescued survivor quietly observed the mysterious businessman, sensing his appearance carried significance. Mimino watched the tense exchange as the reptilian official questioned Princess Anastasia, doubting her decision to associate with Reiji's companions. The royal guard presented the emperor's written order, insisting he must protect Anastasia despite her obvious interest in speaking with Reiji's group. The official warned everyone, claiming Lulusha's investigation remained separate, while refusing Reiji's attempts to ask further questions about her. Dismissing Reiji, the official prepared to leave before Princess Anastasia suddenly pushed him aside and stepped from the carriage. Another beautiful high elf appeared, surprising Mimino as the newcomer respectfully greeted the princess before addressing everyone gathered nearby. Princess Anastasia apologized for her attendant's behavior, introduced herself as high elf royalty, leaving Reiji's companions surprised by her remarkable status. Reiji confirmed the silver scale's identity, while Princess Anastasia explained she represented Lulusha, requesting their thoughts regarding the imprisoned department chief. Realizing Anastasia trusted Lulusha, Reiji decided revealing the dungeon mystery and recovered messenger bag could help uncover the hidden truth. Princess Anastasia requested a private conversation with Reiji, believing sensitive information about Lulusha should remain hidden from unnecessary listeners for now. Accepting her request, Reiji prepared for a confidential discussion, hoping their exchange would expose important clues surrounding Lulusha's difficult situation. Reiji ignored the hostility, while Anastasia looked embarrassed, realizing her butler's arrogant behavior only created greater tension between both sides. Reiji listened as imperial officials discussed unusual butlers, exposing the empire's strange customs, while everyone questioned such reckless behavior. The young attendant proposed continuing discussions without the offending butler, as a reptilian guard erupted angrily nearby, startling everyone present. Reiji respectfully thanked the princess before admitting the dangerous matter remained hidden even from his trusted companions, until now completely. Authorities granted Reiji 5 minutes to explain the incident while anxious witnesses anticipated sensitive revelations about the dungeon investigation ahead. Serpent leaders confirmed 4th Department reports, suspecting unknown humans, sabotaged the expedition after discovering Fear's deadly traps and hidden evidence. The princess accepted postponing the final judgment, allowing Lulusha's dismissal, while authorities promised another investigation before reaching any permanent decision. Citizens quietly questioned the princess's loyalty, believing severe punishment awaited if evidence proved she secretly cooperated with Lulusha's suspicious activities. The serpent ruler reminded the high elf her eternal duty protected the empire, leaving her silently considering his unexpected request. Latter, a respected frog official, accepted responsibility for re-evaluating the complicated case, preparing to examine every remaining detail with care. The official encouraged the investigator to continue researching, believing abundant time remained for both personal studies and completing the important mission. The frog official offered help finding reliable mushroom merchants, hoping to ease the investigator's lengthy assignment with practical advice. The determined investigator rejected involving her father, while the frog official praised his outstanding reputation for negotiations between races. She accused the officials of reviving old suspicions against her father, but the investigator insisted protecting his reputation remained. Despite the interrogation ending, the investigator refused revealing anything, apologizing because Princess Anastasia became involved while supporting her investigation. Leaving the prison, the frog official admitted Princess Anastasia handled negotiations well, while the investigator prepared for questioning ahead. The frog official renewed his determination, believing honest diplomacy mattered more than bribery, after reflecting upon Carl's remarkable interspecies achievements. Reiji and his companions visited resting Paulina, believing Princess Anastasia successfully calmed her before discussing the investigation's next important steps. Reiji asked Muj to watch over Paulina, because legal restrictions prevented him from joining the upcoming dungeon expedition with everyone. The group considered disguising Zeri beneath a hood, hoping the simple disguise could prevent unwanted attention during their important journey. Reiji concluded someone framed Lolisha, realizing stronger evidence proving her loyalty to the Empire remained the investigation's greatest missing piece. Reiji proposed conquering the Dungeon of Fear to clear Lulusha's name, leaving the Silver Scales stunned by his unexpected determination. Leon dismissed Reiji's apology, assuring everyone true adventurers never avoided dangerous challenges when helping companions facing desperate circumstances together. Leon welcomed the difficult expedition with confidence, believing fearless determination defined genuine adventurers, despite the dungeon's terrifying reputation and dangers. The companions accepted Reiji's daring plan, encouraging Muj and everyone else to face the dangerous mission without hesitation or regret. The lizard engineer entrusted Kitty to the group, eager to support their expedition while avoiding unnecessary danger during the investigation. Reiji examined 6-jointed wood before testing flower magic, while his companions prepared strange machines to confront the dungeon's dangerous living traps. Flower magic spread enormous wooden branches across the battlefield, trapping aggressive machines beneath thick roots before they could launch another attack. Leon destroyed the immobilized enemies with powerful strikes, proving Reiji's creative strategy neutralized the dangerous traps without unnecessary risks or losses. Reiji discovered only octopus-shaped machines, activated emotional traps, while weakened mechanisms gave the expedition enough time to advance without pressure. After defeating another machine, Reiji happily collected valuable mithril parts, believing the expedition no longer feared those dangerous mechanical enemies ahead. Reiji calculated 720 possible routes, realizing the unfamiliar chamber forced everyone to face countless uncertain paths. Dantes admitted Leon's party probably progressed farther, while Reiji respected the Gold Brigade's remarkable experience and determination as veteran adventurers. The companions discussed Leon's outstanding qualities, although Zeri believed his party often relied upon reckless persistence. Reiji's group continued deeper into the dungeon before discovering an enormous chamber absent from every previous report they received. The expedition entered an enormous chamber filled with giant stone faces. Realizing nobody had encountered this mysterious location, Reiji examined strange inscriptions beneath the stone faces, concluding the chamber resembled the dungeon's final trial, judging every visitor's deepest intentions. Reiji determined touching one stone mouth would activate the trial. Explaining mana flow revealed the mechanism behind the mysterious chamber's puzzle. The group carefully discussed 3 possible choices, while Reiji warned selecting the wrong inscription could trigger a deadly trap inside. Zeri favored the wealth inscription, but Non supported Reiji's conclusion that seeking truth, despite fear, offered the safest answer instead. Leon and the priestess selected the inscription about begging for life, believing cautious survival remained the wisest choice before advancing. Dante's doubted the wealth inscription, reasoning previous adventurers would never choose begging for life over courage or ambition. Reiji insisted saving Leon's party mattered most, convincing everyone to choose the left inscription despite lingering uncertainty about the dangerous chamber. Reiji touched the selected inscription, sensing powerful mana responding, before the giant stone mouth opened with heavy mechanical movements ahead. A dark passage appeared beyond the open mouth, leaving the expedition uncertain whether their choice truly solved the dungeon's mysterious trial. Leon warned everyone to stay away before collapsing outside, revealing his trapped party barely escaped the sealed passage. The stone entrance collapsed behind Leon, while exhausted survivors thanked Reiji's group after narrowly escaping the chamber together. Reiji stopped the argument, while one companion angrily condemned Leon for abandoning Dante's during the desperate escape from danger. Leon accepted Reiji's request and finally prepared to explain everything, while Dante's listened without interrupting his exhausted companion's account carefully. Leon revealed their expedition contained a traitor, shocking Reiji's companions before everyone realized the disaster involved unexpected betrayal from within. Reiji questioned whether Paulina betrayed Leon, but conflicting testimony convinced the group someone still concealed the truth behind the expedition. The hooded survivor explained the mysterious princess granted access into the magic empire, revealing how their expedition entered the dangerous dungeon. Reiji rejected Leon's accusation, realizing Paulina had never met Princess Anastasia before entering the dungeon, making betrayal seem impossible altogether. Reiji urged everyone forward, insisting they uncover the truth instead of arguing over conflicting stories and uncertain accusations against others. The expedition entered a familiar tunnel before hidden attacks struck, forcing Leon to defend his companions against unexpected dangers. Dante's cut down attacking monsters while refusing Leon's authority, proving he fought despite joining the dangerous expedition beside everyone else. Reiji warned an enormous monster approached, urging Dante's to retreat before facing another overwhelming battle beyond the narrow tunnel entrance. Reiji rushed into battle beside Zeri, cutting through charging monsters while protecting his companions from the overwhelming swarm surrounding their position. Zeri coordinated perfectly with Reiji, allowing his magic attacks to eliminate monsters, while the young swordsman defeated every approaching enemy. Leon and Dante's crushed countless monsters together, agreeing ordinary creatures proved far easier to defeat than dangerous mechanical traps encountered earlier. Skeletons emerged after the monsters fell, forcing Reiji's companions into another exhausting battle against relentless undead enemies. After surviving, Leon admitted their supplies were nearly exhausted, while Dante's accepted another favor from his dependable companion. Following a brief rest, Reiji awakened Zeri, allowing the weary scout to recover before everyone prepared for the next dangerous expedition ahead. Zeri suggested scouting the path alone with Reiji, believing their speed and awareness could safely investigate the dangerous route. Reiji stopped everyone from rushing toward the treasure, warning Paulina's gambling reputation made trusting her dangerous despite tempting rewards ahead. Leon criticized Reiji for confusing bluffing during games with dungeon exploration, exposing his inexperience before the entire party silently watched. Mimino misunderstood Reiji and Paulina's relationship, while embarrassed reactions quickly denied any romance before awkward laughter eased the tense mood. Afterwards, Reiji followed eager scouts toward the artificial dungeon, while Leon remained suspicious, despite acknowledging their exceptional exploration abilities. Later, Paulina admitted Leon's betrayal story was completely false, leaving Reiji surprised as hidden truth slowly surfaced between them afterward. Reiji concluded Leon invented Paulina's betrayal story because several details matched the artificial dungeon despite never meeting her before entering. Mimino admitted her beastly instincts sensed overwhelming danger ahead, encouraging Reiji to stay alert as the strange feeling intensified inside the corridors. Soon Reiji discovered countless realistic stone faces, recognizing several merchants who had traveled alongside Leon's expedition before disappearing there. Meanwhile, Leon and his companions finally caught up, While Paulina questioned why they suddenly appeared around the unsettling chamber, Paulina confronted Leon about the familiar faces, causing his expression to change as hidden guilt surfaced before everyone inside the dungeon. Paulina recognized the stone faces as Justin, Sincere, Murphy, and other Golden Brigade members, leaving everyone shocked by the horrifying discovery. Reggie realized Paulina and Mooj remained safe outside, while only Leon's expedition members appeared among the eerie collection of preserved faces. Suddenly Leon stabbed the death mask creature, ignoring everyone's confusion as dark fluid spilled from the wounded monster inside the chamber. Dantes immediately struck Leon from behind, accusing him of acting instead of continuing deeper into the dangerous artificial dungeon. Reiji and Mimino prepared for battle as Dantes exposed Leon, declaring he had abandoned his companions once again. Leon seized Dante's daughter hostage, admitting desperation forced his actions after realizing everyone had uncovered his long-hidden betrayal and crimes. Holding the hostage, Leon blamed Dante's unwavering pride, insisting it left him with no escape, except threatening innocent lives. Reiji prepared powerful magic, but Leon warned every attack would endanger the hostage, forcing the group into a painful. Leon ordered Mimino to stop, while injured companions pleaded with him to abandon his reckless actions before everything became worse. Leon admitted he could never defeat everyone, exploiting their loyalty because they refused to abandon comrades unlike he once had. Leon admitted the pitfall trap separated everyone, but Paulina's knowledge of the passageway rules allowed their scattered group to reunite. The survivors searched for Paulina, fearing she had encountered monsters alone while nobody knew where she had disappeared inside the dungeon. Leon explained dwindling supplies, forced the group to retreat, but changing room rules eventually led them into unexpected disaster during withdrawal. Although they avoided emotional traps through dungeon knowledge, lacking a skilled apothecary left the party helpless against the octopus monster. Leon confessed abandoning his companions to survive, believing preserving his heroic reputation mattered more than honoring their shared ideals and sacrifice. Leon insisted the true final chamber awaited beyond the next gate, urging everyone to keep moving forward. Reiji questioned facing the final boss, while Leon continued threatening the hostage despite worsening blood loss around them. Reiji reasoned Dantes could not defeat the final enemy alone, believing neither Leon nor Non wanted everyone to perish inside the dungeon. Leon accepted Dante's treatment, allowing healing in exchange for silence, while the exhausted warrior prepared himself for another battle. The party approached the enormous gate, expecting the dungeon's final trial to test their deepest emotions before confronting the ultimate enemy. Reiji explained previous emotional trials reflected fear, believing the final chamber would contain an overwhelming source capable of creating illusions. Meanwhile, the group recalled conquered dungeons, comparing traps and bizarre trials, while discussing how each emotional challenge had tested adventurers. Dantes described infamous dungeons filled with disturbing ordeals, warning every completed trial punished intruders, according to each location's unique emotional theme. Reiji learned an ancient inscription identified the last enemy as a massive humanoid machine called Juggernaut awaiting challengers inside. Thick magic mist flooded the chamber, prompting Reiji and Mimino to search for its source before the dangerous phenomenon surrounded everyone. Echoes concealed the Juggernaut's movements until Reiji spotted its enormous silhouette approaching Leon from behind through the dense magical fog. Mimino shoved Non aside, saving her from the Juggernaut's devastating strike, despite Leon angrily protesting the sudden rescue attempt. Facing the towering Juggernaut, Reiji urged everyone to stop arguing because defeating the final boss had become their only chance of survival. The party confronted the enormous three-headed six-armed Juggernaut, preparing together for a desperate battle against the dungeon's ultimate guardian ahead. Reiji distributed improved mana neutralizers while Dantes assigned battle positions, ordering everyone to support the opening assault against Juggernaut immediately. Casting Flame Tornado, Reiji expected devastating damage, but the powerful spell failed completely against Juggernaut's overwhelming defensive abilities instead. Reiji realized both magic and physical attacks proved ineffective, while Juggernaut moved much faster than everyone had originally expected. Reiji barely escaped Juggernaut's crushing strike, astonishing his companions as the terrifying Guardian demonstrated unbelievable speed and relentless offensive power. Mimino dodged Juggernaut's blazing attacks confidently, believing its speed remained manageable until the terrifying Guardian suddenly fixed its attention upon her. Dantes warned the dense magical fog concealed incoming attacks, making Juggernaut's overwhelming speed even deadlier during every dangerous exchange. Non cast six-jointed wood deployment, attempting to bind Juggernaut's legs with sturdy vines while Dantes pressed the relentless assault forward. Mimino reported the vines affected Juggernaut because armored wheels remained protected, prompting Reiji to consider using powerful lightning magic instead. Dantes approved Reiji's risky plan, deciding preserving valuable monster materials mattered less than surviving the impossible battle against Juggernaut together. Reiji discovered Juggernaut absorbed lightning through its staff, then identified a glowing jewel, draining mana from every powerful spell. Reiji spotted an automaton, like jewel beneath Juggernaut's abdomen, directing Dantes and Zeri toward the Guardian's hidden weakness immediately afterward. Zeri charged straight toward Juggernaut's weak point, while Dantes covered her advance, trusting speed and timing to succeed together. Non rescued Mimino with protective magic, while Leon mocked their determined effort, believing defeating Juggernaut remained impossible anyway afterward. Retreating through another passage, Leon abandoned everyone again, expecting Juggernaut to eliminate the exhausted party while buying himself time. Leon mocked the party, abandoning everyone before disappearing through another passage beyond the battlefield, without hesitation forever. Mimino tried stopping Leon, but Zeri discovered he escaped through another route before sealing the massive gate behind himself. Dantes dismissed Leon's escape, believing his absence removed another obstacle, while Reiji questioned the mysterious passage hidden beyond the final chamber. Reiji suspected Leon had reached an even deeper reward room, suggesting the current battlefield might not represent the dungeon's true conclusion after all. Dantes concluded defeating Juggernaut remained their priority, but the Guardian smashed his shield aside, sending him crashing. Dantes blocked Juggernaut's relentless assault, while Reiji realized overwhelming defense demanded creating an opening before anyone could strike its weakness. Reiji discovered Juggernaut's shield reflected magic while its staff absorbed mana, making ordinary spells almost completely ineffective against the Guardian. After discussing the automaton's defenses, Reiji concluded the staff absorbed limited mana, inspiring a risky strategy to overload its capacity. Recalling Krista's devastating dragon slaying spell, Reiji selected the highest mana, consuming fire magic learned through his world ruler skill. Ignoring the uncertain outcome, Reiji gathered tremendous magical power, warning everyone to retreat because the coming explosion could exceed every expectation. The blazing attack engulfed Juggernaut, while Reiji watched, wondering whether the dangerous gamble had finally succeeded against the Guardian. Smoke filled the chamber as Leon looked back from the distant corridor, questioning whether Reiji's desperate attack had defeated Juggernaut at last. High above a crumbling battlefield, Reiji throws himself through falling debris toward a towering automaton, determined to overload its mana core with the strongest spell he can summon before the beast crushes his waiting companions below in the swirling dust and broken stone. The automaton roars as sparks erupt from its glowing core, the surge of energy cracking through its armored shell, while Reiji plummets past its jaws, his spell tearing a jagged fracture down the length of its scaled body toward the ground. The fox-eared girl cheers that they finally broke something, though she admits all they truly managed to knock loose was a wheel, while the armored warrior grins that it counted anyway as the shattered fragment tumbles away and someone below shouts for Reiji in alarm. Mimino catches her breath after the vines barely wrapped Reiji in time, admitting she could not move at all as the coils tightened, and thanks him quietly for surviving the fall as the automaton's severed limb swings loosely overhead in the settling dust. The armored warrior orders everyone to give it all they have while Reiji recovers his strength, his sharp command cutting through the chaos as the group braces for another exchange against the relentless mechanical giant looming over the shattered battlefield. Charging forward with his weapon raised, the warrior lands a solid blow against the automaton's tough hide, the impact ringing out as he calls the first hit down, his shield deflecting the creature's retaliating claws as it staggers back from the strike. Mimino watches nervously as the automaton's tongue lashes out, but the warrior leaps clear while cracks spread across the beast's jaw, remarking that they seem able to land attacks now that its guard has finally opened up under repeated pressure. Samanon points out this fight could stretch on forever unless they manage to find a genuine weak point, while the warrior admits he cannot be certain since he has only landed a single solid hit against the creature so far. Reiji grabs hold of a jagged rock and calls out to Mimino, asking her to use her vines to launch him straight toward the automaton's snout, and she agrees at once, telling him to prepare for impact as she counts down before releasing him. Soaring toward the beast's head, Reiji spins his weapon and strikes hard against its snapping jaws, the blow forcing the automaton to recoil, as its teeth snap shut on empty air while he twists away from the counterattack unharmed. Landing safely, Reiji admits he suspected it all along, and Mimino asks if that last attack finally confirmed his theory, to which he replies that the reason their strikes are suddenly connecting so well is because the automaton has been guarding its true weak point. The warrior asks in disbelief if the spot truly serves as its heart, and Reiji explains that ever since they destroyed the jewel earlier, the automaton's shield has remained fixed firmly over its left chest, never once moving away from that position. Mimino nods slowly, agreeing that there may not be a literal heart inside the machine, but reasoning that it likely carries a weak spot placed in the very same location, where a heart would normally sit within a living creature. Staggering upright again, Reiji notes that lightning magic proved useless against the plating, and adds that physical attacks alone will likely struggle to punch through the shield and reach that hidden weak point buried deep within its chest. Studying the strange alloy runes etched into the metal, Reiji wonders aloud if he might be able to break it by focusing intense heat on one single area long enough. Since the automaton's special alloy melts only at an extremely high temperature, he admits he is practically out of mana now after using so much fire magic already, and the girl beside him points out that he remains the only one among them who actually knows how to cast that kind of spell. Reaching toward the automaton's fallen limb, the girl announces she thought of trying something entirely different, prompting a shout of surprise from Mimino, as she recognizes exactly what strange object her companion is now pulling out of her pack. Summonon questions whether the small triangular device is nothing more than a spinning toy, while another recalls that it looked identical to the item being sold earlier inside that magic tool shop they had passed through, calling it a magic spinner. The girl laughs that she picked up a few souvenirs of her own during their stop in town, admitting she simply bought the strange toy on a whim, though she warns that it grows dangerously hot whenever someone spins it for too long. The hooded mage explains that if the spinner performs as well as she hopes, its heat could finally melt straight through the automaton, and she instructs everyone gathered around to pour in as much of their remaining mana as they possibly can. The girl clarifies she isn't aiming for the heart at all, admitting the plan sounds uncertain even to her, but insists they should give it a try anyway since no better option remains against the towering automaton before them. Mimino asks the young master how exactly he intends to get the spinning device past the automaton's shield, wondering aloud how something so small could ever slip through such heavily guarded defenses, while Reiji only smiles confidently in response. Reiji hurls the device straight toward the automaton's gaping jaws, declaring it perfect for that ridiculously huge mouth that always hangs open, while the mana-infused spinner rockets forward, heating rapidly as it disappears deep into the creature's throat. The spinner burns through the automaton's insides at over 1500 degrees, forcing a final roar from its jaws before it collapses, and the group confirms together that this dangerous little toy finally brought the massive dungeon boss down for good. Amid the falling snow, the father complimented the boy warmly for his efforts, but his daughter immediately objected, insisting such praise was misplaced and shouldn't be given to him at all. Reiji rounded on him sharply, accusing him once again of doing everything alone without ever bothering to rely on anyone else, while he could only mutter a quiet apology, visibly shrinking under her glare. Pressed further on the matter, he admitted they had once possessed an overpowered duplication potion long ago, and when asked pointedly why he never requested it, he confessed he had simply forgotten it existed entirely. The armored man agreed they should use it regardless of waste, reasoning that was better than risking death, while another suggested he should carry the potion with him from now on. As the heavy door creaked open, the group wondered whether this passage was the same path Leon had taken earlier, deciding at once to give chase before he went further. He asked Zeri to retrieve the spinner he had tossed inside the juggernaut, and when she questioned whether the toy truly mattered that much to him, he simply denied it. They admitted they would genuinely miss the juggernaut if forced to fight another one someday, noting that the dungeon likely held enough raw material to build a fresh one, given its clear maintenance feature. Rounding a corner, they finally spotted Leon, who praised them mockingly for defeating the monster so quickly before asking what exactly they intended to do now that they had arrived. He explained that according to the glyphs he had deciphered, only a single person pulling the lever could make it safely down to the depths, then told them to simply watch. One of them realized this meant the corridor ahead was riddled with traps, deliberately designed so that only one person among them would ever make it out alive from within. The armored man warned that blindly trusting the glyphs as absolute truth would surely get someone among them killed, demanding to know exactly what guarantee existed that going alone would even be safe. Leon dismissed the accusation that they were plotting against him, coldly stating he could see through their attempt to lower his guard before cracking his skull open. Regardless, he let out a short scoff, remarking with quiet disbelief that of everything the man could have said, that particular line was somehow the one he chose to use. His tone turned furious as he shouted that he was sick of them pretending to be heroes, accusing them of always looking down on him from their self-righteous ivory tower. The girl countered sharply that her own father truly deserved the title of a genuine hero, especially compared to a filthy man who had once threatened the very people who saved his life. Enraged further, Leon screamed for them to shut up, calling their hero act unbearably annoying, while another girl quickly warned her companion not to provoke him any further right now. Turning urgently to her friend, she asked whether Mimino still had any mana neutralizer left, her wide eyes betraying the sudden fear that they might already be out of options. Leon declared boldly that his life as a true hero would finally begin once he conquered this dungeon of fear, taunting them to simply stay behind and watch him with envy instead. As shattered bottles scattered across the floor, the ground itself began rumbling violently, and a massive creature stirred awake, sending Zeri stumbling backward while everyone else braced in dread. Amid the deafening collapse, one of them cried that she had told everyone so, warning that the suspicious corridor was now sealing shut completely. As the creature roared in fury, Leon clung to the wall in exhaustion while the others screamed for him to abandon the conquest entirely and focus only on escaping the collapsing dungeon before it swallowed them whole. Despite everything he had done, betraying them, threatening them, and spitting in their faces, they still reached without hesitation to save him, proving humans truly reveal their nature under pressure. Grabbing his arm firmly, she warned him it might be rough while another urged him to hold on tightly, admitting she felt genuinely proud of her friends, despite everything. Straining against the weight, the armored man told him to lean forward and stretch as far as possible, dragging him steadily upward until he finally broke free from the ooze below. A slime suddenly surged from the shadows, and as everyone shouted in alarm, one of them swung down hard, striking the creature before it could seize anyone else nearby. Leon shouted for Dantes to take something from him as the ceiling groaned violently, while another warned that the crumbling place would not hold together much longer at all. They sprinted desperately through the crumbling corridor, chased by falling debris, until reaching the door where safety finally waited on the other side for everyone still running. Latter gathered calmly around a simmering pot. One of them muttered bitterly about Leon pretending to be a hero, the resentment clearly still lingering despite his rescue. She added that he had betrayed them a second time, just as he once abandoned Justine and Murphy, though another insisted he was merely being childish and jealous underneath it all. Leon dismissed such reasoning coldly, insisting he had simply spouted nonsense, calling himself scum that stood as far from being a true hero as anyone possibly could. She admitted quietly that she agreed, suggesting Leon's greatest fear was truly confronting himself, and realizing exactly how far removed he actually was from ever becoming a hero. Mimino declared she would never forgive him even though he was already dead, and as her tears fell, the group embraced her tightly since grudges and regret always outlive death itself.